Hello everyone, welcome to another Tinfoil Tuesday. How's everyone doing? It's my favorite time of the week, and I assume yours, because I'm pretty great. I see we're on a hype train. Thank you, everyone. You guys know the rules for a hype train. If we get to level 5, I'll put on my tinfoil. If we get to level 10, I will be a French maid with tits. I have tits anyway, but I will be a French maid with tits that are visible through the... You've seen the outfit. How's everyone doing? Yeah, people have been liking the music. That's good. I'll save this playlist. I've been looking for new intro music, because as much as I like Rem Lazar, it's not the most accessible thing. So I will save this, and maybe this will just become the default intro music unless something else happens. It's hard to find royalty-free stuff that sounds good, you know? I guess it's not that hard, but there's issues often with it, so. There's a lot of great stuff out there. Kevin MacLeod has some really good stuff. Anyway, let's see what I missed since the beginning of the stream. Oh, who is that with 30 months that I missed? I can't see it behind the thing. Why can't I see the top thing? No. I gotta find it. What does it say? Who is this? Whoever did 30 months at the beginning, thank you. It won't let me read it for some reason. History Chick, thanks for 27 months. Sub baby name Wanda the fish. Phoenix, thanks for a bunch of biddies. Jay Rodimus, thanks for 50 bits. Railcast, thanks for 28 months. Says, darn, I missed the last sub baby because of work. Such is life. Hope everyone is doing well. Excited to be back. Well, you were gone. I guess I gave birth to a sub baby, and that sub baby's name is Slimy. Just Slimy. That was my first impression of them. This is why you shouldn't let me have the sub babies. Jay Rodimus, thanks for gifting a sub. Fennec Gami with 100 bits says, Pride Hype. Humiliated Grapes with 200 bits, thank you very much. 48% to level 2. Humiliated Grapes, thanks for gifting a sub. Gaye Oni, thanks for 45 bits, says, Hell yeah, hype. By the way, I mentioned this in yesterday's stream, but is the Birds in China thing on the docket for today? If not, we can save it for another time. I don't have it pulled up for today, but I will do it at some point in the future. Hydrate. I can do that. I can drink water real good. Bittergrin, thanks for gifting a sub. Forrest Espion with 100 bits says, Hey Hannah, maybe this month you should do a Pride stream sometime this month. We can send you LGBT plus media or documentaries, also maybe a Rem Lazar watch stream. That might be fun. I know one of these Tinfoil Tuesdays this month, I'm not sure which one. Let me take a look at my calendar. Maybe the 13th or the 20th, so it's kind of in the middle of the month. I wanted to do a Tinfoil Tuesday that's all gay conspiracies. The gay agenda, essentially. What do crazy people think the gay agenda is? And I thought that'd be a funny stream to do at some point. But yes, a more positive Pride stream would also be good. Maybe back to back. Do a Tuesday, gay panic, gay agenda, Tinfoil Tuesday, and then Wednesday do a stream where we're like looking at positive LGBT stuff. I think that'd be fun. Link to the music? Yeah, this should link to the whole playlist, I think. If I can get it. One sec. Could just have it be a Milo stream. That would be pretty funny. I'm sure it'll show up. What else? Forrest Espion, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Miss Quilanius, thanks for 23 months, says the gay agenda is looking at your bro's tat and going, sweet, what's mine say? Dude! Does anyone else remember Dude, Where's My Car? Sorry, it's already warming up in here. I wanted to try and do it without the window AC unit going. I'm already getting warm, so I can't do it. Gonna turn the window unit on low, so hopefully it shouldn't be too loud. I Might Be the Laughing Man says a whole playlist. Hannah, you spoil us. I try. 48% to level 4. Be right back. There, now you have soothing white noise. Is that a good justification? You can't have your streamer overheating. Okay? I'm a key component to this thing. If I'm not here, the whole stream falls apart. Share's fun, but Share can't manage for shit. How's everyone doing? Is anyone else having lagging issues? Cute shirt. Thank you. I got this from Torrid a year or so ago. Yeah, I saw the Trump post from Truth Social. I know they're called truths, but it's such a pretentious asshole thing to call your Twitter clone. I'm not calling it a truth. Some people are having issues, other people aren't. So I'm gonna assume it's a Twitch issue if some people are having it, but other people aren't. I don't know, though. If it gets unbearable for a lot of people, then I guess we can restart, but I really fucking hate doing that. Mr. Whiskers, thanks for 200 bits. It's Twitch? I hope so. Like, I'm not getting any... Normally when this stuff happens, it'll take a second sometimes, but my streaming app will send a message back to me saying, like, hey, your upload rate, something's going on. But it's not, so it might be a Twitch issue. Oh, the entire app keeps slowing down? Must be Twitch then. Might be a mobile issue. Maybe if you... I know not everyone has access to, like, a TV or a desktop, but if you do, maybe try that. Forest Espion with a couple of links. Oh god, is this for the... Everyone in the Bible is gay? Okay, interesting. Okay to be gay featuring Tomboy. Okay. Oh, is that the thing? I only really know that from the Chris Chan lore. Lilo and Twitch 2? Twitch has a glitch? I own the movie you're referencing, and even I think that's kind of an obscure joke. Try updating the app. That might do it. Okay, I'm gonna save this under a new folder I'm gonna call gay stuff. Is anyone against that? New folder. Gay stuff. And if you want to send me stuff for the upcoming streams later in the month, feel free to do so. Saved under gay stuff. Spell it gay, G-A-G-Y. 63% to level 4 on the hype train with a minute left. Flaming Fridays. That might be funny. I don't think it's not like gonna be a regular thing. Okay, what are we looking at today? All sorts of stuff. Get your bingo cards ready if you're interested in playing Tinfoil Tuesday Bingo. And that's all the housekeeping. This playlist is good. I always find it funny. I always start the stream, even though it doesn't really make sense to. It would make sense to start the stream like this, right? My self-image issues, they get in the way. What's the point? I'm the streamer. Here I am. Hi, everyone. Hannah here. Humiliated Grapes, thanks for gifting a sub. And J. Rodimus with 95 bits says, using this Pride Month to come out officially as poly and heteroflexible. Most of my friends and immediate family know, but might as well make it official. I appreciate you and other streamers like you for helping me develop my critical thinking and continue to open my mind to new ideas and identities. You rock. Well, I'm really glad for you. That's awesome. Thanks for the level 4 hype train, everyone. You will get horns for level 4. No jacket, though, which I'm kind of thankful for because it would make me very hot. Hannah looks so cool. That's because I am cool. My aesthetic follows from my function. That function is being cool. Fact. Gloves. Do you want the gloves? Fine. Wear the goddamn gloves. Here. There. Now I look like a psycho and nothing I'm wearing matches. Hydrate. I can do that. Drink the water. Juggle? Can I juggle in gloves? I'm not even sure. Let's find out. Pay no attention to the thighs, chat. I'm wearing shorts. There you go. You're welcome. Also, I got a new hat for hats off. We're not doing hats off today because it's Tinfoil Tuesday, but if we do, you'll never guess where I got it. Looks like a background character from a 1980s high school movie. I'll take that. Save Ferris. Yep, got it at the hat store. You got it. Gamershe says, apparently the Libertarian Party will be at my city's Pride event, even though Libertarians bought into the woke mind virus. I can only expect them to be laughed out at or completely ignored. One can hope. I'm gonna stop licking things. Alright, let's just get into it, I guess. First name bunch of numbers says, love the gay lasses. Gay glasses. I call them gay bands. Because they look kind of like Ray-Bans. But gay? Anyway. Did I take my med? Nope. About to. Let's take it. Chat, take your meds if you haven't. This is my ADHD med. It's the second time today I'm taking it. Spotted a silver jacket I might like. It's sleeveless so you won't overheat. I do like the sleeves sometimes. I think I should have a winter and a summer jacket. Oh, I actually have something like that. It's a vest. So, it's right here. I have found the vest. I have this. I think I put it on wrong. Yeah, that's upside down. But you get it. Is that an Ocho of gays? Ramblin' Boy says, I remember shiny jumpsuits in the late 90s rap videos I used to think were so cool. What do you mean used to? What? You telling me that it's not the height of fashion? Okay, let's get into it, shall we? What are we gonna do first? What should we do? What do we start with? It's hard to say. Oh god, the weird AI people are still putting out fake news reports with their weird AI fake news reporters.
Welcome to the Gabby Ray Talker channel. And
there is new
I am
Gina.
Jenny, associate host for today's news.
Sounds very real, guys.
As you know, over 70% of the entire world has received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, which is enough to change one's DNA, according to a study.
It's not. It is not. The COVID vaccine is not changing your goddamn DNA.
Released from Sweden in 2022. Ever since the release of these vaccines, there have been an unusual growth of flesh-biting assaults.
No, there have not. This is a video and a channel entirely dedicated to scaring old, senile people into believing a zombie apocalypse is happening. Literal fake news, yes.
Consisting of human-on-human attacks. Now it appears that more and more of these reports are making the news of a triggered human biting another human.
A triggered human. Let's just classify all zombies as triggered humans. Oh god, they're so triggered by their need to eat human flesh and devour our brains.
We are finding that these reports consist
Someone hacked Russian TV and put out a deep fake of Putin declaring martial law. That's funny and horrifying.
of head-biting and face-biting attacks. But we found that the attacks also involve flesh-biting attacks on the body as well. We found another attack that took place in Leeds, UK, where a 32-year-old man has recently been sentenced to prison for a flesh-biting crime.
Gaye Oni says, of course you have decomposing flesh and pronouns.
Our associate journalist has the report of this unspeakable act of cruelty.
This is Wilder reporting from West Yorkshire.
There are people who vote who look at this and go, yep, this seems like a legit news source. Please register to vote. And do other things outside of voting, but also register to vote. You can do both, and you should do both. Gnome Pickles says, the vaccine, it's taking over my brain. Must feed, must eat brain. Oh my, a Hannah stream. I shall lay waste to the world of humans tomorrow. And that is how the Reloaded stream saved the world. I knew it would happen someday. Just thought it would be saving Christmas or something with a team up from Santa. I feel like a lot of childhood TV shows made me believe I was going to do a team up with Santa one day, and it just never happened. Butch Hartman lied to me. Still a better story than The Last of Us 2. Why are we shitting on The Last of Us 2? I've heard that's a great game.
England. In recent news from the city of Leeds, a 32-year-old man has...
Are people just salty that, like, the one... I'm not going to spoil, but, you know, are people just salty that that character dies? Characters you like can die in stories.
Murdered a woman in a sadistic and obsessed attack.
Sorry, J. Rodimus. J. Rodimus says, could be worse. We could be watching an AI-generated baby telling us how it was unalived in a weirdly deep voice. That seems very specific, which makes me think that's a thing someone has done, and it creeps me out.
Biting off parts of a woman's face. The Leeds man...
I like that the news agency didn't have the money to pay for the stock photo, so it still has, like, the off-brand Shutterstock, like, watermark on it.
Name is Rawdon Ibbotson, who has recently been sentenced to prison for life in March of 2023 of this year for the woman's murder that took place just last year. Our associate Leeds reporter has the details.
Sadistic and obsessed man who bit off part of a woman's face has been jailed for a murder.
For a murder!
Ibbotson is 32, had previously pleaded guilty to the murder and assault by penetration of a woman who at this stage cannot be named. Ibbotson was handed a life sentence.
I feel like penetration isn't the word you want to use when you mean masticated in this context.
With a minimum term of 29 years. Leeds Crown Court heard how Ibbotson had become fixated on the woman before her murder on June the 6th last year. The prosecutor, Michelle Colborne Casey, told the court the woman had told a friend.
What percentage of the comments on this video are scams and copy pasta? This is actually a mirror channel. Fewer than you'd think, actually. If I look at their actual main channel, let's see,
Hey, this is Gabby Ray.
It's got fewer views on the main channel than the mirror channel. Excuse me. Red Werewolf says the vaccine can't change your DNA, but you know what can? The goddamn sun! I.e. mutations in DNA that lead to skin cancer growth. If only these weirdos would stay inside forever and leave us alone.
Friend that Ibbotson was a different person when sober and when drinking and smoking weed. Ibbotson referred himself to the psychiatric...
Smoking weed is probably what did it. I know every time I smoke weed, I think, you know what would be delicious right now? Human flesh.
Services in January 2022 after telling staff he had taken an overdose.
Either that or, like, Taco Bell.
On January the 5th, he sent a woman a text saying, I can't block out my feelings about you. It's hard for me not to come over and see you. She replied saying she was willing to be Ibbotson's friend, but couldn't cope with anything else. The court was told Ibbotson had previously expressed homicidal ideation, and in January 2022, after calling the emergency services to report mental health issues, he assaulted a police.
This is what he's reading. Yeah. They're talking about... What frustrates me is that, I've talked about this when we covered this previously, conspiracy theorists will use real events and then completely misrepresent them and take them out of context to imply something that isn't true. So while it's true that sometimes people get bitten as an assault or battery of some kind, that does happen, but it's not a new thing, and the rate at which people are being bitten in assaults is not changing. The implication here is that somehow the COVID vaccine is, like, turning people into zombies. And of course it's not, because that's fucking ridiculous.
Police officer, and this result...
Stone Corbell says, off topic, but FYI, the changeover in Discord today that changes how usernames work just happened. To make sure you get in and get your username if you can. I don't know what that even means. Do I need to open Discord? What's going on with Discord? What? I'm confused.
Resulted in a community order. On January the 12th, the woman again messaged Ibbotson to say she would be your friend and that's all. However, the prosecutor said the messages from Ibbotson continued. She said the prosecution says his messaging and behaviour seen by others towards her suggests he couldn't and wouldn't take rejection. By March, Ibbotson was in...
They're permalocking usernames? Oh, that's weird. Mine's what I want it to be, so it's fine.
...hospital again, and she tried to stop contact with him. The woman messaged Ibbotson saying he had completely pushed me to the edge, with Ibbotson going on to threaten to pull the woman's teeth out with pliers. She told a friend in a text she was living in a nightmare after they said they noticed him knocking at the door every 3 minutes, if that. It was said that in April last year, the woman told a family member that she had been assaulted by Ibbotson, and he was reported to the police, arrested and bailed. At around midnight...
Okay. So zombies aren't real. Just so you know. This is kind of funny. I know I'll have to edit this out of YouTube, this segment, so this is only for the Twitch people who are watching live, I guess. But I think this is the best illustration ever of how conspiracy theorists and conspiracy thinking can lead you to find patterns in anything, and you can literally turn anything into some sort of Illuminati conspiracy. So, this is the song We Didn't Start the Fire by the bard of the 20th century himself, William Joel. And basically they think every single lyric in this song is somehow a reference to the Illuminati. The visuals will do the work for me here. Let's just enjoy the batshit insanity that is conspiracy theorists' interpretation of We Didn't Start the Fire. You know what to look for. Probably shocking when you have a mental illness. I don't think they do that anymore, do they? No, this one doesn't have a name on it. So that's crazy. Let's take a look at the bingo card. Illuminati Freemasons. Guys, I understand it's choppy. It's not me. It's Twitch. I'm getting no notifications from my app, and it's sporadic. Like, if everyone was having issues at the same time, it would be me. But if literally anyone, even one person, is having a smooth experience, it cannot be me, because it means what I'm doing is being transmitted to Twitch properly. It's just not being retransmitted back to you guys properly. Anyway, let's see. This is Marxism, socialism. It totally isn't. Overt anti-Semitism. Let's say racist disbelief of historical achievements for the civil rights movement? Thinking that was some sort of Illuminati plot? I really am sorry about how janky the stream is for some people. I apologize. I wish it was something I could fix for you, but I don't think it's on my end. What else did we have? We didn't have Clintons. We had zombies, but not vampires. Spurious symbology is evidence we definitely had. I don't know how wanted to tell you guys how much easier it is, predictive programming, how much easier it is to look at this on my ADHD meds. Like, typically when I look at a big screen full of stuff like this, my brain just, like, darts all around and I can't focus on anything, but I can? Satanic. Wow, this is great. Medication is amazing. False flag operation. Yeah, we had JFK, but not Clinton's. I think that's it. Cool. Oh. You guys remember the guy who he thinks that he keeps finding gold and petrified birds? Oh, MH Darkbeast says, "Afternoon, Hannah. Hope you're doing well. Wondering if you've seen this modern cult classic. Is it Super Troopers? Wolf Cop? No. I have never seen Wolf Cop." Brockagom says, "When I first started taking ADHD meds, it was like the whole world slowed down. Like I finally had plenty of time to react and didn't have to do everything at the same time." Oh, same. I didn't realize that it felt like I was in fight or flight mode all the time. Like I was panicked all the time is what it felt like. But on the meds, I'm not. If we remake the bingo sheet, can we add JFK to the Clintons or make him his own spot? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a redo on the cards soon because conspiracy trends change. I gotta add some more mud flood stuff. What was the other thing I wanted to add? I know there was something that was coming up a lot recently that I wanted to add. Astral Storm, thanks for 13 months. That is a baker's dozen. I hope my streams are as joyous to you as freshly baked donuts. And yeah, remove the Peter and Call stuff, probably.
Hey guys, you know, it's your prerogative if you want to believe these are just rocks.
Is that what the song "That's My Prerogative" is about? Thinking rocks are rocks.
I'm telling you, you're looking through eyes that have been thoroughly corrupted by mainstream science. Years and years and years of brainwashing.
Yeah, then you can't get a one where Peter is. You can redo the card. If you have spots that are no longer, like, up, I allow you to reshuffle the card, try again, and get one without it. I'll try and get it done before next week, so we don't have to deal with that.
Years and years and years of selling you a narrative that isn't true. So just know that.
Prerogative.
I would like to challenge anyone who might have kids. If you have like a 3 or 4-year-old, go ahead and ask them what this looks like.
I usually base my worldview on what 3-year-olds say.
You know, ask them what this looks like.
They're probably going to say a rock. Because I genuinely don't even know what he thinks in terms of, like, the pareidolia. Like, what does he think this looks like? I don't know. I don't know.
Ask him what this looks like. You know? I know it's going to take some time.
That borderline looks like a lump of concrete. It doesn't even look like a natural rock. I think it probably is, but...
But it's going to take some time for you to see what these really are. Think about all the YouTube channels that there are out there that are talking about science and the ancient discoveries. They're very, very well funded. They're sleek. They usually have a guy with a
There are tons of YouTube channels out there that talk about science or other things that are not well funded at all. What are you talking about?
British accent, because I think us Americans are a little bit gullible for a British accent. We believe pretty much anything that comes at us through a British accent.
We call that the Sargon strategy. Also, let's hear that. Let's hear that impression of an English accent again.
That comes at us through a British accent.
What is that?
They know us very well.
Axel54 with 100 bits says a snake. No, a frog. A turtle? A dog. I give up.
The powers that be. And they have thoroughly brainwashed us, you guys. So many of you will say, that's just a rock. That's just a rock.
Yep.
Guys, look at this.
It's a rock. It is a rock.
This is not just a rock. I mean, come on.
I mean, come on, guys. He said come on. Isn't that enough evidence? Stone Gorbell says, this is something Alex Jones did. There's this hilarious clip of him mocking some British newsman like he sounds like he actually believed the British man was faking his own accent.
This is not just a rock.
It's a boulder.
I mean,
the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
this would be funny if it weren't true.
I agree wholeheartedly. If this isn't true, it's hilarious. But who would take advantage of that?
Showing you guys
Probably a bitch.
is petrified creatures, and so many of you are literally replying with, that's just a rock. Why am I looking at a rock?
Because it is a fucking rock.
You guys, you've been corrupted. Look at this through objective eyes.
Okay. I'm seeing it.
Look at this through objective eyes. Look at that.
Does he think it's a horse head? Because if I had to pick anything, I'd say it looks like a horse head or a pony.
That's not just a rock, you guys.
Say what you think it is.
This is not just a freaking rock. Look at that. This is a creature. This is some sort of beast. Okay? I know you'll see it sooner or later, hopefully. But it is your prerogative if you want to believe.
There are no comments. I can add an it's a rock if you'd like. Sir. It's a rock. Sure he'll love that comment.
Believe these are just rocks and there's
Yeah, we've done Mud Fossil University. Very similar stuff.
Let's
I've covered him, yes.
see here.
Not the same video, though.
If you want to believe that this right here is just a rock, that's your prerogative. I don't see it. I see something way more than
It isn't a rock. It's a rock lobster. Dun, dun, dun.
just a rock here, you guys.
I might be the laughing man, says, imagine visiting this guy's house, seeing all the rocks laid out on a table in his yard and thinking he's a geologist. He lives with his parents, to my knowledge, so...
And you see just a rock here? That's just a rock. Come on, guys.
Jronimus with a link.
That is a rock!
Is that Dragon Ball GT? Hold on. No, in GT he was a kid, right? And GT's non-canon anyway. We don't talk of GT in this house. I mean, I hate anime. What? Anyway, where's the fucking video? Why did I lose it? Where did it go? There it is.
That's not just a rock.
I still haven't watched Super. I've heard it's good, and I saw the movie where he fights the, like, purple cat guy, and that's pretty good.
And this one's going to be a little bit harder for you guys to believe. But I found this on a construction site. Things petrify in ways you cannot even imagine. Look underneath.
What level Super Saiyan is Goku up to? Like, it's gotta be comical at this point, right? Is it borderline a joke? Like, well, what level of Super Saiyan is he?
See how smooth that is? Interesting, huh? You know what I found about 10 feet from this?
Ultra Ego is the newest form. It's not a rock, it's a rock lobster. Wait, what's it called again? Ultra Ego. Ultra Ego? Vegeta? Ultra Instinct? Is it called something different in the manga versus the anime or something? Or is that just... Is Ultra Ego for Vegeta and Ultra Instinct is Goku? I see. That makes sense. I kind of like that he's very purple. And I do like Vegeta. This must be where all the Ultra Instinct Shaggy memes came from. I get it now. Okay. Alright. Shut up, stop talking about anime, you fucking bitch.
I found this.
As you recall, he passes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Blue. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I found that. People on Reddit want to say it's a bison bone. Guys.
Look, he actually did find a bone, but now he's claiming it's a different bone than the thing it is?
This is not a...
Apparently Reddit said it's a bison bone, and he doesn't think so, which makes me think it's a bison bone.
Bison bone. Look at that. It's just a bison bone. It's hollow, you guys. Completely hollow.
Okay, something might have come in and ate the bone marrow. There are many animals that, like, suck out bone marrow. There are people who like to do that and suck out bone marrow and eat it. I don't get it. I think that's gross, but, like, that's a thing. And I would imagine, considering that, you know, it's gonna rot quicker than the outside of the bone.
That's just a bison bone. Think about everywhere you've gotten all the information in your head. Someone else told it to you.
Bone marrow is delicious. I'm good. I'm good. I'll stick with muscle. And one time I tried liver. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't do it again. I'm not a big organ meat person.
Who funded your education? Who put together the curriculum? Heck, who started the public school system in the first place?
Kind of depends on which one you mean. There are a lot of different public school systems around the world. Like, in America, states deal with schooling, so each state has its own education system. There is federal oversight in the United States, but that came later, right? And that's just the United States. I don't... Real answers are complicated. It's like this, he says, Who started the public education system? Which one? In which society? In this country? In a different country? Which time? Their questions are too simple, so their answers are ridiculous. Is Frieza... Wait, what? Wait, is Frieza back? Of course Frieza's back. Whatever. We're done. I'm done. I'm not talking about anime.
They're keeping this from you, you guys. One more question before I run out of light. Do trees grow like this? Part of his wing? I don't know. This is...
Oh, probably a account that's gonna get banned coming in mods, just so you know. Keep an eye out for first-time chats from sus names.
One Piece.
What's wrong with this man?
I found this in a barren construction lot that has 0 trees in it. And I picked it up and I threw it about 10 times.
You're on mobile, so you can't see much. That's fine. I'm keeping an eye out for it too.
To shake it loose.
And I could be wrong. I might be being paranoid. The name is just something that could definitely be something sus, but it could be something else. So.
I thought these were multiple pieces.
Thank you. I think you can actually probably stick this in the fridge or something. I'll eat it later and stick it in the air fryer. I will take a bite though. Thank you. Ooh, they make good chicken tendies. Thank you. Chat, my wife got me chicken tendies.
Is it part of his wing? I don't know.
That's a tree root.
I know.
That's the root of a tree of some kind. How can he look at this and not understand it's a tree?
Could not break this apart. This is all one piece. And I found that about 15 feet away from that. And about 5 feet away from this bone. And right next to
I love my wife very much too.
all these.
Okay. Sorry, some chicken tender fried batter went into my breathing tube.
So it's real cute and it's real easy to throw around the term pareidolia. I'm just asking a few simple questions.
I'm just asking questions. Alright, the answers are you're wrong and you're crazy. I'm sorry you don't like the answers to the questions you're asking.
Do trees grow like this?
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Do trees grow like this? Shows picture of a tree. Yes. Yes, that's what the part of the tree that's buried looks like generally. What's this guy's channel? I2C. Eyes to see. Here's a link if you want to check out his channel. It's full of stuff like this. No brigading or anything like that, just in case you want to check out his content. Jubilee Helix with a link. Oh god, I love this movie.
You're not just wrong, you're
stupid.
Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum. You're not...
This segment's good, hold on. This is the best scene in the movie. I'll cut you, and I'll make it look like a bloody accident.
Call my mother ugly. That's impossible. You're not just wrong. You're
stupid.
Now wait just a...
Let me be clear. I love this movie in not the way it was intended. This movie is terrible. This movie is so bad, I like it as an accidental satire of bad children's adaptations. Like, if I was trying to make a movie that was making fun of by committee, like, designed by committee children's films, this is the movie I would make as a joke. What if we did Cat in the Hat, but it's live action and he looks scary and it's Mike Myers because you need a celebrity in the main role and there's a bunch of meta humor and there's advertisements in the movie and Alec Baldwin is there for no reason and there's pee jokes, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't make this movie funnier by, like, it's the satire you would make. It's perfect.
A minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum. Did you just call my mother ugly? Shut up! I mean it. I will end you.
Cat, your tail.
What about it? Oh, I see. I've chopped it off. Well, that's interesting because... Son of a bitch!
Oh, that was the girl from Ipanema. She died yesterday. The girl from Ipanema. Dun, 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 dun. Stereotypical elevator music. The woman who sings in that is dead. She died yesterday. Spy Kids is good. I have Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. And I still have, I'm not kidding, they're in here. I still have my original 3D glasses from when I saw Spy Kids 3D Game Over in theaters. I'm fucking awesome. I got rid of my Shark Boy and Lava Girl ones, though, unfortunately. So if anyone has Shark Boy or Lava Girl glasses, send them to me. I like 3D glasses. I think they're fun. I should say, I like special 3D glasses that are made specifically for the movie that you see them with. Just generic ones or whatever. Do you think that God hides in heaven because he too fears what he has created? Famous line from Spy Kids 2.
Do rocks really?
Yes, moving on. Is the... Okay, the whole movie isn't on YouTube. I was gonna say, god damn, is all of Spy Kids 2 on YouTube? No. Just good scenes. Oh, by the way, this movie taught me who Ray Harryhausen was, accidentally. Because I looked more into this to see, like, what it was. Like, it was clearly riffing something that I didn't know. I love stop-motion skeletons. Although that's definitely bad CGI. But it's supposed to look like stop-motion. Isn't Alexa Vega in an MLM now? I should start doing MLM content since Illuminati got canceled. There's a hole in the market. Fenigagami says, honestly, God should fear us. Humans are scary and we suck. That's true. Here it is. Here he is. I just want the scene. Just the 5-second. There we go.
I created them.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
It's the same movie where this happens. Oh boy, those effects did not age well. I haven't seen this movie in many years. Definitely a 3D movie. Oh wait, no, 2 wasn't. That's just at the screen for no reason. 3's the third one. 3D one. 3's the third one. Anyway. Moving on. Let's see what we got. Gregory term says relevant.
Somebody ring the dingster!
Somebody ring the dingster. This is the last thing I'll say about Spy Kids. At the end of the movie, Robert Rodriguez basically called all his friends who were in the previous movies to just show up. Not all on the same day, obviously. They're all terribly green screened in together, but...
This is it.
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
The moment we've been waiting for.
The 6th brain.
Yes. Nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody touch the brain. 5th brain. This is a historic moment.
Yeah, and then he flies in. Yeah, if it weren't for Spy Kids, you wouldn't have gotten Machete. Machete's a character from Spy Kids.
Dad, you need to...
Is Machete the first character to both be in a PG and an R-rated film as the same character?
needs to see.
Glasses, quick.
The character Machete from the Machete movies is from the Spy Kids movies. I've not seen either of the Puss in Boots movies. Yep, it's the same Machete. You can look it up yourself. Anyway, I've never seen the Machete movies. I just know random crap. Oh, how's Evil Gina doing? If you like funny, bad movies, I would recommend the Spy Kids movies if you've never seen them. Plus, the first movie, this is really the last thing I'll do. Do you guys know Alan Cumming? The first Spy Kids movie is good just to see him alone in it. His performance in Spy Kids is so fucking good, and I love Alan Cumming. I'm just gonna say, Alan Cumming is Scottish, to my understanding. He's Scottish. He has a Scottish accent. Look at him in this outfit and tell me that he wouldn't make either an amazing Doctor or Master. Alan Cumming would be a fucking great Master for Doctor Who. King James, and he was great. That's one of the good Jodie Whittaker episodes, the one that Alan Cumming is in. Wouldn't be the first time a previous Doctor Who actor became the Doctor, though, or a different prominent character. Peter Capaldi, 6th Doctor Colin Baker. Alan Cumming in Cabaret makes you feel things, very gay things. Doodle-doo-doo-doo, 2 ladies. I'll make the stream a little longer today, by the way. I know I'm getting distracted. I'm not taking away from your conspiracy time. Anyway, watch Spy Kids.
May 30th, 2023. I'm here to talk about Carrie Lake and Diamond and Silk slumming it.
Carrie Lake was the woman who was, if I'm remembering correctly, Carrie Lake was running for governor of Arizona, correct, and had the backing of Trump, but lost, and then tried to do the same election fraud bullshit, but it didn't work, of course, because it's never worked. Anti-Pretzel says, I raise him possibly being Sheol Gorath if they ever made an Elder Scrolls movie. Ooh, that would be a good... Even the suit looks pretty similar from Spy Kids. Yeah, he's Scottish. Yeah. Okay, I'm on board.
With Deep State whore Naomi Wolf.
Deep State whore. Deep State on the bingo card.
On May 30th, 2023,
She's still suing over the election. Waste of money. Is she literally fundraising from crazy people and just stealing some of the money? Is it a money laundering scheme? Because she's got to know the lawsuit's not going to go anywhere.
Silk's show.
Diamond and Silk are... Well, one of them's dead now, right? Didn't one of them die? Diamond and Silk are MAGA influencers. At least one of them still is. The other died. Maybe of COVID. We don't know for sure. When do I stream about catfishing scams? It's random. I don't have a specific day or anything. Anyway, Diamond and Silk are Trump fans. They did the whole Trump online grift thing. They were regulars on Mike Lindell's site, whatever it was called, Frank Speech. One of them probably still is. Let's see, Frank Speech. Remember when Peter was so excited for this? Where is Diamond and Silk? They must still have some old Diamond and Silk stuff on here. I can't believe this is still a thing. How many people even watch his goddamn website? Was it confirmed she died from COVID? I wasn't sure. Next call-in stream, have the meds impacted your conversational skills and style? It's made it a lot easier for me to generally express my thoughts and to pay attention to conversations. So yeah, we can do a call-in soon. Let's see how their search function is on this godforsaken site. Is the link not even gonna work? Okay, there we go. God, this site sucks.
Now, I want to say this real quick because a lot of people are they're not hearing me. First, Diamond did not get the jab.
Yeah, a lot of the MAGA people were trying to claim her death was from a vaccine, even though she didn't get the vaccine.
Diamond...
They implied she died from spike proteins she caught from vaxxed people. That would be vaccine shedding on the bingo card, which is not a thing that happens. If it was, oh my god, what an amazing invention. You can vaccinate an entire population just by vaccinating a small number of them and then it would spread. But like a good thing, that would be great. That's not how it works.
Did not get the jab.
I thought they were just friends. I don't think they're related.
Okay. However, I believe
Tucker Carlson posted his first episode on Twitter. Might be worth ripping apart another day. Maybe.
That with the way
I'd rather just let his show hopefully die.
that this bioweapon is created, it's created to shed.
God. Dummy. Anyway, that's who she's talking about.
I know that
Are they sisters? I don't know.
Your sister's gone now.
Oh, must be sister. Okay.
And I can see you're making very bad decisions. And so I'm here straight.
Twitter has a TV show now. Yeah, in the infinite wisdom of former richest man in the world, Elon Musk, he's trying to turn Twitter into an all-around app that does, like, video chatting, online VoIP stuff. He wants it to be a YouTube alternative. He wants it to be basically everything, and he's trying to create an app he calls X, which is just everything, man. It's a stupid idea.
Straighten you out. Carrie Lake, you do not associate.
Oh god, they're adding a crypto wallet to it. Twitter just keeps getting worse and worse. If anyone has any invites to that Twitter thing that's made by the previous Twitter people, think of me, please. Mr. Whiskers says, don't talk COVID conspiracy bullshit next to a photo of your friend that probably died from the virus. Yeah.
You do not associate with this...
They're sisters? Okay.
With this con artist, Naomi Wolf. She's not one of us, all right? She's one of the top cabal actors right now. She's a one-trick pony pushing the whole anti-COVID thing because...
The person she's talking about is an anti-vaxxer, unfortunately, but from what I looked when I looked up her name, she is also a feminist author. So presumably this lady likes that she's anti-vax, but doesn't like that she's a feminist, because this lady hates feminism. She thinks all women should be housewives and not have jobs and stuff like that.
Ultimately, their push is still abortion. My body, my choice. Everybody has to stop falling for Naomi Wolf. Okay, she's slick, she's good, but if you watch my ET transmissions, it clearly says
It's funny watching,
that
like, I know Elon isn't smart, but it's funny watching him make the like, obvious mistakes that companies make when they're failing. Like, when you're failing as a company, sometimes companies will kind of flail and go like, oh, you don't like the service we currently provide? Okay, we do all these other things too, you know? Look at GameStop, trying to expand into, like, electronics generally, and, like, nerd shit, Funko Pops and stuff. Like, oh, you don't want to buy used video games from us? I don't know. Ooh, here's plastic crap. Ooh, buy our membership. Ooh. Bed Bath & Beyond, right before they went out of business, bought a bunch of stock from other companies and just started selling random shit. You know, MoviePass. Like, it's not a sound strategy. If people aren't liking the thing that you are already doing, the answer is not to expand into 1,000 different things at once. It's to fix the one thing. Hopefully. J. Rodimus says, can Evil Gina go back to Earth 3, please? Also, is she an automatic line between Chudwatch and Tinfoil? Yeah, she is. At least in this video. If she was doing something else, you know.
Email.
Elon is panicking? I hope he is. No matter what, he'll still live he will never have the rest of his life, no matter how hard Elon fails, he will still always have more money than all of us will make in our lives combined. Think about that. Think about that. That's nuts, right? That's crazy.
Are the
GameStop would make bank as a video game streaming service. Google couldn't do it. They couldn't even do it with Stadia, which I heard when it worked actually worked pretty well. GameStop can't even do a fucking NFT marketplace, which is basically selling JPEGs. They certainly don't have the expertise or money to develop a game streaming service.
The controllers.
Not to mention that be putting them in conflict with Microsoft's Game Pass and PlayStation's, which I don't know if they'd be happy about that. Like, GameStop, if they wanted to do game streaming, would innately have to make deals with Microsoft and Sony to get some first-party titles. They could get third-party stuff, but, like, a lot of those are already available on other streaming services. It's just not a good idea. I do Games Pass. Games Pass is actually pretty good. I used to have the Sony one. Dog shit. The PlayStation game streaming service is bad. I wouldn't recommend it. Games Pass is alright. I like Games Pass.
Alright, Naomi Wolf has a long
GameStop issue is unfair pricing. Oh, there's a lot of things. There's a ton of things that are wrong with GameStop.
Long history.
It's a fundamentally bad concept for a store that doesn't make sense anymore. Like, when's the last time I bought a video game physically? I bought the Orange box recently, but it was a used Xbox game at a, like, used DVD store. Chromatic Cuttlefish says, the last thing I remember about Naomi Wolf was her declaring Australia was North Korea because of COVID restrictions and being roundly mocked on the Bird app by people having coffee and croissants on Bondi Beach. She's an idiot. Daughter of Tiamat says, Elon could have sat on his ass for his entire life and still been richer than any of us. Eat the rich. The funny thing is, like, not only could he have been rich, if Elon just did what his, like, PR strategy was earlier on, and tried to be like the real-life Tony Stark bullshit. Literally, I'm sure people who don't pay attention would have looked on him favorably if he had just shut up and not constantly made an ass of himself and lied to people about self-driving and the Hyperloop bullshit. He just can't help himself. He just can't do it. He could have been known solely for helping popularize electric cars, which I'll give Tesla that. They did help bring that more to market in a desirable product and helped push other auto manufacturers into doing so. I would agree with that. That's one good thing that's been done because of Elon Musk, even though it's despite him, not because of him. And SpaceX. SpaceX is cool, but his ideas are bad, is the thing. If he had just taken a step back and let people he pays to do things, he would have done the normal capitalist thing of taking credit for all of it, which he does anyway, but people would have bought it, at least more people, because he wouldn't have been so publicly an asshole. Now he's going to be remembered as some weird fucking right-wing rich asshole psycho.
And association with...
Yeah, he could have been Edison. Edison is actually a really, really, really good comparison. Like, I'm sure people would have known, like, oh, Elon Musk was kind of an asshole. Did you know that? But it would have been a fun fact, like it is for Edison, instead of, like, the primary headline of his, like, biography.
Nothing but the cult of pedo-Satanists. Thank you, Orb.
Thank you, Orb.
You can't get out once you're in. You notice how no one else ever asks her any other questions, and she never talks about anything else. From now on in, you guys have to start questioning her and her association with Obama and everyone else that we...
Clintons, maybe? Say Clintons?
We already know was involved in child trafficking and child sacrifice. There's really no way that Naomi Wolf doesn't know about child sacrifice, and yet she never talks about it. She never talks about...
Because it's not real.
But anything except the COVID thing, the one-trick pony thing, because ultimately... their push is abortion. Naomi Wolf needs to be arrested for genocide, for crimes against humanity. Along with the CCP, Naomi Wolf is more responsible for the death of babies through abortion than, singularly, she's probably the most responsible.
What? Tiradona says Musk is a stupid Bond villain.
Right, and the CCP is paying the War Room and Bannon and Naomi Wolf. Okay? Strange bedfellows, be very careful. Be very, very, very careful. Naomi Wolf is a Jezebel. She's not one of us.
Elon just wants to be liked, but like only 30% of America loves right-wing content. Who knew crap that's not filtered through the fact checkers was so popular? The scary thing is, Elon Musk, who's one of the richest men in the world, was the richest at some point. Jezebel, yes. He got taken down the alt-right pipeline, just like some random 14-year-old asshole searching YouTube. Like, it's clear, you can watch the progression of Musk, and I'm sure he was more susceptible because he's a rich capitalist and has nothing to lose. Plus, he's like a cis, straight, white guy, you know? Like, he's got everything going for him. So it's easier than ever, I guess, to just honeypot billionaires into becoming Nazis? Yeah, he definitely got mad. His whole change has mad divorced dad energy. It has, like, crazy divorced dad energy. And I know, we grew up in apartheid. I know.
Okay, I found this, guys.
I found this, and you can tell it's a real United States military document because it has a seal with an eagle on it, and no one can do that except the United States government.
Just at the end of my live stream, we were...
Marcus Drake says every time talks about how many abortions there are now, all I can picture is this skit.
I don't think women should be using abortion as a form of birth control.
I mean, one might say that it does control birth.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. How am I supposed to use abortions? Recreationally? Professionally?
Like, no one is using abortions as a primary method of birth control. Abortions are expensive. Do Republicans not know that? Last I checked, abortions are like $800. Might be more now. I don't know what the going rate is. It probably depends on the place and depends on if you have insurance that covers it. But, like, no one's going, yeah, just breed me on a daily basis and just whenever I get pregnant, we'll go get an abortion. That is not a reasonable or cost-effective method of contraception.
Competitively?
No.
Coach says if I get 2 more abortions by June, I can make the Olympic team.
That's not funny.
I used to abort professionally.
Maybe it isn't 800. Is it like 200? I don't remember. Hold on, let me look. How much do abortions cost? Planned Parenthood at $600. So that's cool. As much as $800.
But now I just do it for fun. Stop. You haven't known the triumphs and defeats, the epic highs and lows of high school abortion. My father was a professional aborter, and his father before him. I was all for medical abortion, but when they legalized it for recreational use, I knew a lot of people who got hooked on it, getting 5-6 abortions a day. I only do it for special occasions now, sometimes socially. I know a guy downtown. Best abortion.
Mr. Whisker says they know. The lawmakers have to make us make use of them enough to know.
You'll ever have a real...
You'd think.
Real mom and...
Bear in mind, a lot of people in Congress are rich assholes too, so to them $800 might not sound like a lot.
Pop clinic. Great deep dish.
They also all have really great health insurance, so... Auntie Pretzel says they really act like the abortion issue is as bad as Cartman's wrestling persona that was a woman who got constant abortions. It's crazy. It's nuts. Has anyone seen the Sarah Silverman program? There was an episode similar where the joke was that she kind of got abortions like anti-abortion people imagine people do. I feel like she had a punch card or something, like the 10th abortion was free or something.
Someone brought out this information that there was this EMP drill or a report, a document that came out on August 6th, 2021, which just happens to be 666 days to June 2nd. We're watching everything connected to X date and the debt ceiling, and everything is being shown very importantly here at the beginning of June. June 2nd may be the actual day of Pentecost.
Cruelty 1. I don't know if that's the onomatopoeia you meant to do.
So I found this. Someone sent it at the end of the live stream. A comment came in and said that it was the blackout warfare. So blackout
something Urban Dictionary.
Warfare, high altitude electromagnetic pulse attack on the U.S. electric power grid. This is put out by the Task Force on National Homeland Security.
And it's real, because someone wrote that.
And
is this misunderstanding Mark of the Beast on the bingo? Sure.
It was dated August 6th of 2021. A lot of information with...
Oh, you were quoting the abortion song from BoJack Horseman? I've not seen BoJack Horseman. I apologize.
In the document, I don't think we're going to go over all of this information, but it's talking about the threats from Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. The key judgments of the document, nuclear...
This is the format, definitely, that a secret U.S. government document would be, by the way.
Nuclear hemp...
Big-ass margins.
Attack. Hemp.
I should what?
Stands for high altitude electromagnetic pulse.
Is this someone just fucking with conspiracy theorists? The acronym is HEMP. Come on. Oh, I should watch BoJack Horseman. Duh.
Attack.
Yeah, after this video, we can look at the card.
Nuclear hemp attack is part of the military doctrine.
Wait, did he just call an EMP an EMP?
Plans and exercises of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran for a revolutionary new way of warfare against military forces and civilian critical infrastructures by cyber sabotage and high-altitude electromagnetic pulse. Significantly, because hemp attack entails detonating a nuclear weapon.
Maybe QAnon? I'm not positive, honestly. Let me look at his channel.
Okay.
There's a whole YouTube channel, which I should probably follow for the conspiracies, huh? Not under gay stuff, conspiracy. There we go. Let's look at his top videos. Does he mention Q? Yep. Looks like he's into QAnon. Hydrate.
At such high altitude that no blast or other prompt effects injurious to humans are delivered, only the hemp that immediately damages only electronics. Potential adversaries do not appear to regard nuclear hemp attack
this is the song?
as an act of nuclear warfare. ignorance of the military doctrines of potential
I did see the SAG-AFTRA news. That's good.
adversary.
At least if it's the news that they voted to approve a strike, which is good. Fucking union solidarity win. Absolutely goddamn based. And I don't know if you guys know who's do they have the top people in here? I want to know. I want to show you guys. What the heck is his name? IRL. Is there an about page? Let's look at governance and executive staff. Why can't I find his name? Rem Lazar is relatively high up in SAG-AFTRA in New York. So Rem Lazar, the real man himself, is fighting the good fight for unions. Thanks, Rem. Appreciate ya.
Failure of you.
I gotta look up his name. Hold on. Rem Lazar, Jack Mulcahy. How do I pronounce this? Probably has a LinkedIn I could look at to see his official title. He has a Twitter. There you go. Vice chairman of the SAG Indie Film Committee for SAG-AFTRA, vice chairman of the National Low Budget Films Committee, member of the New York local board of SAG-AFTRA. Fuck yeah, Rem Lazar. Can I could message Rem Lazar, guys. He follows me, so I do have the capability of messaging Rem Lazar. I'd imagine he's busy. It's not something I would do during the strike. I'm sure he's going to be very, very busy. But still, fuck yeah, Rem. I'm happy about it.
U.S. strategic imagination.
Tell him about Razel Murr. I don't know if he'd really care.
As noted in military writings.
Hold on, real quick. One more thing. You probably remember this. You might remember this commercial. You'll recognize the star of this commercial. Wow.
Can I help you enjoy that Snickers? Happy peanut soul over chocolate-covered mountaintops and waterfalls of caramel. Prancing nougat in the meadow sings a song of satisfaction to the world. The world. That's right.
This was a very popular Snickers ad at the time. I don't know if you guys remember this Snickers ad. It was on TV constantly. And that was Rem Lazar. You're welcome.
Of potentially hostile powers is setting America up for a hemp Pearl Harbor.
Does anyone know where hemp Pearl Harbor is happening? And does anyone know how to get cheap bus tickets?
A hemp Pearl.
Call me the USS Arizona, because I'm about to get blasted by the hemp Pearl Harbor. Sorry, Stromboli, for Wi-Fi. Stromboli says, Razel Murr is a union-busting capitalist crony in my headcanon. Absolutely. I think throughout the show, Rem Lazar should subtly, he should show the benefits of collectivism to the children. And how working together can help you not get taken advantage of and gives you bargaining power.
Okay. Well, I'll leave the link for you of this, but Blackout Warfare, August 6, 2021.
By the way, Americans, I understand Pearl Harbor was not cool. Like, I think it's fair to say Pearl Harbor, dick move. I get it. However, also, Pearl Harbor was a military target. In response to Pearl Harbor, the United States went to Japan and killed a bunch of innocent people and bombed a bunch of innocent people. So, like, again, Pearl Harbor, dick move. But, like, everything America did after that, also probably close to a dick move. It's World War II. I understand. Not a fun time for anyone. But, like, you know, keep that in mind.
Plus 600.
Am I gonna go a while longer? Another hour and a half, probably. A little more than that, maybe.
66 days.
Have fun at the Spider-Verse movie. Heard it was good.
June 2nd. So we're watching all of this.
Declaration of war means industrial targets are fair game. We hadn't declared war against them yet. We didn't declare war until after Pearl Harbor.
If you haven't seen the live
to my understanding
stream I just did, I encourage you to.
They were trying to make it so that the United States wouldn't have a capability to do to mount a successful offensive in the Pacific. Of course, it didn't end up working, and then we did the Manhattan Project. Ugh. Gnome Pickle says, not to mention the internment of Japanese Americans, which is ironic considering the spies in Pearl Harbor had decided to not use the local Japanese population as they considered them too loyal to the U.S. Yep. Racism in America strikes again. Wow.
Watch it. A lot of information we went over. And the most important thing is that we're watching for the day of Pentecost. Could be June 2nd. Could be the appointed time.
The Pentecost?
For the rapture of the church.
I understand Pentecostals are a thing. Pentecost. Pentecost is a Christian holiday which takes place on the 50th day of Easter Sunday. 50th day after Easter Sunday. It commemorates the descent of the Holy Spirit upon the apostles and other followers of Jesus Christ while they were in Jerusalem celebrating the Feast of Weeks as described in the Acts of the Apostles. Gotcha.
That is what we're watching.
Numerology on the bingo card.
Watching for. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. The sign of his coming revealed.
Let's take a look at the bingo card. How are we doing on the bingo card? The Deep State. Evil Gina said it. Did we have chemtrails? Someone mentioned chemtrails, right? I thought they did. I'll look at that in a sec. MH Dark Beast when we're done with this. Adrenochrome. Wait, was adrenochrome mentioned, or am I thinking of the fact that I talked about adrenochrome earlier? They speak to aliens regularly for Evil Gina. She didn't say it in the video. It can't just be that she does that generally. She has to mention it. Although she thinks the orbs are aliens, so fair enough. You're right. It's funny when I say no and then I convince myself over the course of like 5 seconds. Like my brain is dueling. No adrenochrome? Okay. Not reptilians yet, though we are going to cover that later. Mark of the Beast. Jezebel. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Did I mention Blu-rays earlier? I did. I mentioned owning something on Blu-ray, I think, or DVD. Believes they speak to aliens regularly. Oopsie. Oh, god damn it. I got this. You got this, Hannah. There we go. Okay. Alright. There we go. Oh, yeah, I did talk about Spy Kids. No, I didn't die of laughter at any time during this. You would know if I died of laughter. Believe me. Okay, I think that's it. For now. Let's take a look at that bits message. There's a couple, actually. MH Darkbeast says, this is coming soon on Amazon Prime, and it looks pretty amazing. Also, we need a gender-swapped alternate reality Rem Lazar called Femme Lazar. I'm down for that. We can look at this trailer. Does Evil Gina mentioning ET transmissions good for aliens? That's good for speaks with aliens regularly, not just aliens. I try and do it so that, like, any one thing or person can only get you one spot for the same action, if that makes sense. You can't double up, because sometimes you would get a bunch of spaces at once. So it goes to the closest to what's happening. And she wasn't just mentioning aliens, she said she speaks to them regularly. So it would be thinks she speaks to aliens regularly on the bingo card. Oh, I would do a Rem Lazar cosplay as Femme Lazar. I just need an outfit. I need someone to 3D print me. I have a P.O. box, by the way. So, you marked both aliens and talks regularly on the bingo card? Well, that was a mistake. It shouldn't be aliens. I apologize. I have a P.O. box. If anyone 3D prints, I don't know who has a 3D printer here, if anyone. However, if someone would make me the Rem Lazar medallion in gold, like it is in the show, it's like that medallion with the infinity symbol. It might be, there might already be files for it on Thingiverse. I don't know who else has done 3D printing. Thingiverse. I used to do 3D printing, which was fun, but it became a pain in the ass, and I left it at my old house. I actually have 2 3D printers at my old house. But I do a Bible Man cosplay. A gender-swapped Bible Man, yes. Rem Lazar. I've seen other people 3D print these. Damn. Rem Lazar STL file. Damn. For those who don't know, STL files are the format that 3D printing instructions take. Anyway, someone figure out how to do a Rem Lazar medallion. I'll wear it. Profane Priestess says a judge blocked DeSantis' anti-trans laws. Oh, God. That's good. That's good. In narrow ruling. Oh, God. I don't get to the Supreme Court. Don't get to the Supreme Court. Please don't get to the Supreme Court. Unless Scalia... Or, no, not Scalia. If, what's his name? Roberts or Alito, if either of them want to take a long nap, if you know what I mean, then maybe... Ooh, I love a movie that makes really good use of forced perspective. It's such a simple trick, but when done effectively, it's an amazing illusion, and it's practical, which I love it. I've not seen Sorry to Bother You yet. I've heard it's amazing. I know I need to watch it. I think even the Blu-ray's usually on sale for like $5. If you want, you can check my list. Let's shill my wish list for a second. It might be on my Blu-ray wish list. Maybe it's cheap if someone wants to get it, and I'll watch it. But I'll watch it either way. Marcus Drake says, can I share how impressed with Admiral Yamato? Real quick, he predicted if it's necessary to fight in the first 6 months to a year war against the United States and England, I will run wild. I'll show you an uninterrupted succession of victories. Pearl Harbor was December 7th, 1941, and Midway ended on June 7th, 1942. Exactly 6 months. Just so cool to me. Apologies for the diversion from the regularly scheduled crazy. We never do diversions here. It's on Hulu? Good. I have Hulu.
I just feel like I can't breathe in here.
We beat to rap what, key beat to lock, but we beat to rap what.
You never been out?
Oh, it's the same people. I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. Just hit the sideshow with us.
I have seen Mother. I do like that movie. It's pronounced Yamamoto. Apologies.
Virgo. And Virgos love adventure.
I have not seen the D&D movie yet, no.
We showing up with a giant.
Let's go.
How long before a conspiracy theorist says this movie is predictive programming in order to show us that giants used to be real? Giants on the bingo card? We're not counting it. It doesn't count if it's something like this. It's... what is next? D&D movie would have been better as a series. I know Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast are planning on doing more D&D stuff in the same universe and in the multiverse, because D&D has a multiverse. That's why, like, the D&D movie was called Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. The subtitle tells you what series it is, but they're gonna do other things branded Dungeons & Dragons. In fact, I thought I heard Amazon was doing a Dungeons & Dragons series. Right? Am I crazy? Maybe it was just a rumor. Of course, I know they also did the Legend of Vox Machina. That's not what I'm talking about. Of course, that's going to pop up first. God damn it. I just thought I heard that they were also going to do a live-action series because of the success of both the Vox Machina animated series and the live-action movie, that they were going to do a live-action show on Amazon. Maybe I imagined it.
Hey guys, I think like 90% of the truther movement as of right now.
I know this guy has used slurs in the past, by the way. I watched through this video in its entirety beforehand. There are not slurs in this video, so we're good.
Which is like June 2nd.
The sad thing is, apparently the movie didn't do that great financially. That's a shame. They are. It's going to be on Paramount. Oh, Paramount Plus. That's why I didn't remember. I already have Paramount Plus for the Star Trek stuff, so I'll watch it. I can't wait for the imminent collapse of, like, half of the streaming services, though. All these companies, and I know this is just the general consensus, basically, but all these companies shoveling billions of dollars a year into projects that aren't making money. I'll just be happy when some of them collapse onto each other and become consolidated. Because holy shit, do you know how many streaming services there are now? It's ridiculous.
2020.
I feel like the joke, there's so many streaming services these days, is like this year's version of, what's the deal with airline food?
23 is like...
It'll be Disney, Amazon, and Netflix. I think that sounds about right. Disney's probably strong enough that they could do their own thing, although I do think they should consolidate Hulu into Disney+. They already do that in international markets. The United States is the only place where Hulu and Disney+ are separate. They should all just be under Disney+. Tubi will continue to exist probably too because of the nature of its free streaming, and that's always going to be a popular option. But yeah, there are bundles, I know, but they're still separate apps. I do think it'll be like Disney Plus with an integrated Hulu, probably Netflix. I believe it or not, I think Netflix can hold on. And I'm not a big fan of Netflix, but like, I think they will. And Amazon. Because Amazon is like a hub that other channels sit within too. Like, you can buy separate channels on Amazon, like Stars and stuff, as like a bonus to add to your package. HBO's too stubborn to ever let go. We'll see. Let's see how Zaslav feels after all the people jump ship from Max, after all the stuff they've deleted and all the god-awful reality TV shows they're focusing on.
All fake. It's all controlled opposition. They just killed Dr. Buttar. He did Facebook and shit. I've never been on Facebook. I call
Dr. Buttar. I'm assuming he was an anti-vaxxer. Did he die of COVID? Dr. What was it? Buttar? Buttar. Butard? Let's see. Anti-vax doctor, who's one of the biggest spreaders of COVID-19 disinformation, says he doesn't lose sleep if his remarks cause death. B-U-T-T-A-R. B-U-T-T-A-R. Dr. Buttar. There he is. Died in 2023. What did he die of? Prominent anti-vaxxer doctor with New Zealand links dies after claiming he was poisoned. Of course he claimed that. Buttar was a... I just want to get to the death parts. He said his symptoms were consistent with being vaccinated against COVID-19. And he blamed people shedding on him. Which isn't a thing. I wonder if he just caught COVID and was in denial. Others have observed his symptoms are well-documented side effects of COVID-19, which could have caused his death. No official cause has been released. To me, it kind of feels like his family would have released it if it wasn't awfully embarrassing.
Demons like to fuck your Facebook.
Herman Cain Award, yeah.
Look, that's what I call Facebook. Demons like to fuck your Facebook.
That just slides off the tongue, doesn't it? Also on Facebook, no demon has ever fucked my face. So.
Well, I'm just saying, like, everybody...
I would remember that.
Everybody's fake, man. Like, oh...
It would probably be a core memory for me.
Everybody's fake. Stu Peters is, gray, it's got a pussy. I watched,
Transvestigation on the bingo card?
Owen Schroyer interview Dr. Jane Ruby. Dr. Jane Ruby had...
I'm pretty sure this guy has shorts on. He lives in Florida, and this is, like, out in woods in his yard or something. So this is a Florida man.
Hands, like 5...
Was this a guy that thought everyone he met was a demon? I don't know if it was everyone, but he thought a lot of people were demons. He definitely has some sort of mental health paranoia thing going on.
Times bigger than mine. And Owen Schroyer had these little tiny hands. It was like, little tiny hands.
Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't tell you this either. My meds, my ADHD meds, made the pain from my electrolysis so much less painful. And then Baha looked up some studies. It's early and there's only a couple studies on this, but apparently there's indications that it may be that ADHD medication helps regulate signals that normally are out of whack for people with ADHD. So some people with ADHD apparently have a lower pain threshold, but on the meds it goes to normal, basically, or better at least. And that happened with me, so that's my anecdote. So if you have ADHD and you have terrible pain tolerance, some of it might be the ADHD.
But I'm just saying, like, Alex Jones is fake, obviously. I don't fall for that Alex Jones.
Less ticklish, too. Again, I think it has to do with either the intensity of the signals or your brain interpreting the signals as more intense than it actually is without the medication. Either way, it's interesting.
Shit, I see how people could... Like, I like David Icke a little bit because, you know, he talked about reptilians, but I think, you know, he's
Reptillians on the bingo card?
He's Alex Jones type. But anyway, I'm just saying my voice is important and what I say is important because...
Is controlled opposition on the bingo card? I don't think it is.
I'm not.
But if it is, controlled opposition.
I'm fake.
If not, I'll put it on the new bingo card.
Because I've been banging against reptilians.
You've been banging against reptilians?
My whole life.
Consensually, I hope.
That's what I do. I bang against reptilians.
You gotta prep the cloaca.
So,
I shouldn't say the things I say.
But, you know, on the other hand, I'm just a dumb human, you know. Like when I look for people to watch, like the people who are super polished, they're probably controlled opposition, you know.
Anyone who has production value or any semblance of professional behavior in front of a camera is controlled opposition. Okay.
But anyway, I look for people who aren't all that smart, or they're people who are smart but they're flawed, you know. Like, I'm flawed, I might get some things wrong. Reptilians probably won't get things wrong. But I'm just saying, controlled opposition is off the chain right now. It's like...
Off the chain means like it's awesome. It doesn't mean it's very proliferated.
How it's always been, you know, but...
Like, off the chain means, oh man, that's off the chain. Like, that's awesome, right? It doesn't mean it's everywhere. Am I wrong? Have I misinterpreted this slang?
Like, the truth movement, like, there's a bunch of real truthers, and then they get overswarmed by fake controlled opposition, and that's where we are right now. We're overswarmed by fake opposite fake.
Fake opposite fake. Eloquence.
Fake.
The bard did say that brevity is the soul of wit.
Fucking...
Unfortunately, this man has no soul.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, fuck a reptilian.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm...
Brain and brain, what is brain?
Real, and the way you can tell who's real or not is, you know, who's unpolished or whatever. Like, I went to school my whole life. School, the backwards is loosh. It's reptilians, loosh, you know? It's just them feeding off you. Like, school never taught me shit, man.
I'm sorry school didn't teach you about the reptilians that are a figment of your imagination.
I don't know if your parents loved you and you might have got some good schooling, but I didn't. I got some reptilian schooling.
You got reptilian schooling? All they did was teach us how to molt!
So anyway, I'm fighting just to...
Jake Thoney says, I would like to have a word with the U.S. educational system.
Come up to be able...
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
To be articulate and stuff like that, you know? Be able to know how to use computers and shit.
You're using a computer right now. A phone is a computer. I've actually heard, I don't know if any teachers who teach younger kids, middle school, high school, maybe can confirm or deny this. I've heard that a lot of younger kids don't really know how to operate computers very well because they're so used to such slick front-end interfaces that they don't really know how to navigate, like, in-depth settings and, like, you know, how to operate basically a desktop computer, which is interesting because that's a skill that I can do okay.
Like the
I learned that a lot growing up because you had to troubleshoot, but like, ooh.
Finder's cult, man. The kids didn't know how to use computers, but their handlers did, you know. The reptilians and greys and the people who are sold out. They know how to use technology and shit, whereas, you know, I was never shown how to use this shit.
Moira Soma says, I'm sick and bored, so I scrolled on Facebook checking the profiles of the grown white men who are extremely concerned about the Little Mermaid being black. They insist they aren't racist, but will it surprise you that 80% of them have banners that say the Underground Railroad on their profile? So they're using a thing from the liberation of black people to signal their delusional QAnon fantasies about liberating, quote, child sex slaves. But no, they're not racist at all.
So anyway, fuck reptilians, and the real people are diamonds in the rough, you know. So I just want to say my voice is important because I'm the real deal. I don't like reptilians, and I say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and a frazzle drip for a frazzle drip.
I'll count that as Clintons on the bingo card. That's a reference to a QAnon Clinton thing. QAnon, no, well, we'll go with Clintons on that one.
Alright guys, thank you guys, bye. Hey guys, I want to remind you that Astaroth is your enemy. I got E-Sword and I looked up Astaroth. I noticed they did the same thing with Baal. It's Bala.
Frazzled drip is what it's called.
Baal.
It's bullshit. It's a conspiracy theory that conspiracy theorists think there's a snuff video somewhere on the internet in the dark web with Hillary Clinton cutting off a child's face and wearing it as a mask and then eating the child. It's not real, obviously. But you say it's on the dark net, and they're all like, ooh, it must be real.
Or it's Balaam, Baal, and Baal, and then it's Satan. There's 3 different names, but it's all the same entity. I'm pretty sure Satan. Kind of everybody's agreed that Baal is Satan.
No, the character of Baal was not intended to be Satan in any way, shape, or form. Jake Thoney says, crazy if true, Baal was another god. if we're talking about what he understands, which is probably biblical Baal, Baal in the Bible is an opposing god. Yes, he's the god of the Babylonians. He's not Satan. Axel54 says they can operate computers just fine, but they can't troubleshoot for shit, and their media wisdom is as bad as boomers, just in a different way. Oh, that's not good. Guess I'll have content, though. Can you imagine if I'm gonna someday being in my 50s and shitting on Zoomers for believing TikToks or something?
Well, Baal and Astaroth. I don't have my e-sword right here. I'm gonna put it up there. It's gonna say judges. And it's gonna say Baal and Astaroth. But yeah, Astaroth did the same thing. The verse I'm looking for is called Ashtaroth. But anyway, Ashtaroth, there's 3 different spellings, just to throw you off, like what I'm talking about with Baal. But Ashtaroth is your enemy, bro. Oh no. I get mad at Christians, be like, what the fuck, you don't even know Ashtaroth? Like, you're more Christian than me, but you don't know Ashtaroth?
Fandom drama in the Christianity fan base.
Well, what I'm saying is Ashtaroth is your enemy.
You've not heard about Astaroth? Fake fan of Christianity.
Satan has a sidekick, and it's all female, and her name is Ashtaroth.
Girl boss Satan sidekick?
The Jonathan Kleck is the chief watchman, XX female. Satan is XXY, 2/3 female, 1/3 male. But he's got a sidekick, which is Astaroth, which is all female. Anyway, if you curse Satan, if you know Satan, if you want to talk smack about Satan, oh, I'll sell Satan and get the fuck away from me. Yeah. No, everybody likes to talk tough against Satan, but nobody even knows to talk tough against Astaroth. What the fuck? Astaroth. I'm telling you, Satan.
Someone links to Astaroth's Wikipedia page. Astaroth, in demonology, was known as the Great Duke of Hell in the first hierarchy with Beelzebub and Lucifer. He was part of the evil trinity. He's known to be a male or female figure, most likely named after Near Eastern goddess, Astarte. So he's probably referencing this goddess that it's based on, if I had to guess. Was the entire study of demonology, air quotes, was the entire study of demonology literally finding other people's gods and finding ways to literally demonize them? Literally demonize other people's gods?
He's got a sidekick, and her name is Astaroth, and she's plotting your destruction, man. I'm trying to tell you guys the name of the person who's trying to kill you. This bitch is a mega bitch. Mega snake, mega hates humanity, wants to slaughter us all. And to know the name of the bitch that wants to do that is power over her. And I'm just trying to, like, put your guards up, guys. Astaroth. If you know Satan, you should know Astaroth. If you don't know Astaroth, go fuck yourself, because you a dumb slave. You make me bad. No.
When you think of different types of Christians and Catholics are just a bunch of religious nerds yelling at each other, there should be a comedy skit about that. That would be kind of funny. Like a comic book shop style argument, but about Christianity.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm angry, but I really feel this is a basic thing you should know.
Wait a minute, you're telling me you think this shit is actually literally the blood of Christ? Transubstantiate this.
And it's so frustrating because I'm just one person and nobody's really gonna listen to this. Like,
this guy probably has mental illness problems. A lot of conspiracy theorists do, unfortunately. I try and steer away when it's really, really bad. This guy's marginal as far as I'm concerned. He's certainly lucid enough that he's living on his own, to my knowledge. He has a house and everything. There are people that I watch in private out of curiosity that I do not show on stream, specifically because they are clearly incredibly mentally ill to the point of dysfunction and not being able to take care of themselves, and those people I do not cover. Gitara says, imagine YouTube channels dedicated to power scaling characters from the Bible. That'd be kind of fun.
You know, hopefully 30 people will listen to this.
But if this guy deteriorates, I'll stop. You know. Chris is getting there too. Chris is marginal.
Hopefully some more than that, but you know, it's nothing against mass mind control, you know. But Astra is a fucking.
Did I see this SpaceX sponsoring a drag event? I am so confused by all of, like, right-wingers understand, right, that, like, drag has been a part of performance basically forever. Drag and female impersonation have been a thing for a long time. And it's weird to me that this comes up in the UK too, since, like, panto is such a popular form in the UK. And, like, drag is a fundamental part of panto. So, I don't understand what's going on, if I'm being honest.
Fucking bitch. She wants your fucking guts for dinner, all of you. So you better fucking know her name. Alright guys, thanks for listening. Hey guys, I want to drop the dime on the Predator. The Predator is real.
Oh, more than centuries.
The Predator is real.
The Predator from the famous film Predator. And The Predator. And Predators. Huh. It's a confusing series to do chronologically, isn't it? Predator, Predator 2. Wait. What are the Predator movies? Predator. Predator 2. Predators. The Predator. The Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. And then The Predator. And Prey. Prey's great. You know how mad I am that Prey has not come out on Blu-ray or anything? It's legit probably the best Predator movie next to the first one, and not even necessarily under it. I'd say Predator and Prey are, like, equal in terms of quality. You know? They're both great movies. But of course, fucking Disney bought 20th Century Fox, and they have no interest in putting it out, I guess. If you haven't seen Prey and you're a fan of Predator, please go watch it. It's great.
I think his name, the Predator, it could be broken down as the Predator, as in Reptillians were here before we were here.
Incorrect word origins as evidence on the bingo card. Isaac Inanimate says, fun fact, the first recorded drag show at a gay establishment was a reenactment of the birth of Christ. Perfect.
And they built all these pyramids. And they've been here for a long ass time, and they're here before we were here. And they kind of lured us down here best I can.
Jake Thoney says, I hope this period of transphobia will wash over the country like homophobia did and hopefully end up where homophobia is today, still around but pretty unpopular. Yeah. I have high hopes for it, honestly. It's a little temper tantrum people transphobes are having. They'll get shamed back into their bigot closet, just like they have with racism, homophobia, now transphobia. Recently, since 2016, they all came out and were like, we're shitbags! Hopefully we're slowly getting them to fuck off. Jake Thoney says, get it out of your system, boys.
Gotta figure out. But I know for sure the Predator is real because it opened up its face at me. Satan's the Predator. Astaroth is Satan's sidekick. And she's a fucking reptilian. And the Predator is a fucking reptilian. And Satan's Duboy is a predator. Like, reptilians have level and hierarchy, you know, that's how the negative ETs work. And the Predator is Satan's bitch. If Satan says
ominous clicking noises and then just 3 laser beams land right here on him.
Jump. The Predator says,
what the hell are you?
Oh, hi.
That's my Predator impression.
Hi, sir. It's just hilarious to be the servileness of lizards. A big bad lizard must be all big and bad, but if
oh, he needs help. I hope he gets help.
Satan tells him to tap toe in.
He's in Florida though, so I think this is just the standard mental state of most men in Florida.
In a ballet dance, go ahead. Like the Predator would do that. But I think it's just funny. I want to bust out the Predator as being Satan's bitch. You can take that to the bank. You can go to Sunday and go to your pastor and say Satan's do boy is a predator. What's up?
I hate Twitch times too. I've seen stuff like that happening throughout the war. It's happened a few times. Like, I'm not gonna... I don't take joy in it. You know, a lot of the people on Russia's side, maybe even most of the people on Russia's side, are people who were forcibly conscripted or fed propaganda their whole lives, but at the same time, while also noting, like, hey, they're human beings and I don't want anyone to suffer or die, I would like this conflict to be over, and I'd prefer it not be in Russia's favor, so... Jake Thoney says, excuse you? Andy Pretzel says, you're a reptilian, he's a reptilian, I'm a reptilian, are there any non-reptilians I should know about? Or any more reptilians I should know about? I'm surrounded by reptilians. Jitara says, one thing I can say about this guy is that at least he's not like that woman you covered way back that calls reptilians reps with the same tone someone would use if they were using a racial slur. I don't even remember that. I believe it happened, I just don't remember it. Reps with a hard R.
They'd be like, what? And we're warring hard against Satan.
Did he just do a stereotypical, like, 90s comedy gay voice? Wow. I thought Review Tech USA was the only one who still did that old fucking bit.
Nah.
Have you guys seen Review Tech USA? I used to watch him. He regularly, like, does a bit where he does, like, a stereotypical, like, hi guys, like, 90s, 80s gay stereotype joke where the entire joke is just like, ha ha ha, imagine an effeminate man who is into men.
I'm just, I'm a lot jaded and all that kind of stuff, man.
Rich from Review Tech USA, it's a whole thing. Never mind. That's a little too niche even for my audience, I guess.
I feel like I've been banging against reptilians, man. I'm a target.
He also friends with Tommy Tallarico, and Tommy Tallarico's a big bag of dog shit, so...
An individual.
Tommy Tallarico, fun fact, has the Guinness Book of World Record for being the biggest bag of dog shit, and that's definitely true.
And, like, I don't hate...
That's a joke for legal reasons.
Christians, but, man, they are sheep. They're sheeples. They're...
Sheeple on the bingo card!
Well, they're the good sheep, you know? Like...
The good sheep.
They'll stand against evil, but they don't want to look it in the eye.
His mother's very proud.
You know? But anyway, Satan's a reptilian.
I want to talk to Tommy Tallarico so badly. You have no idea how badly I want to talk to Tommy Tallarico. I feel like we need to do a whole stream where we just talk about Tommy Tallarico and his bizarre lies. Unfortunately, I think it would just be a retread of Harriton's Blimby's great video on it, but... H-Bomber guy.
Astaroth is...
Tell us more about him. You're trying to get me off track.
Megadeth.
Do you guys, like, have a bet somewhere in a chat that I don't have access to see who can get me to go on a tangent the longest? Because it feels like some of you are very intent on, like, getting me to go off on tangents. And it kind of feels like some of you are, like, intentionally doing it and seeing how much you can get me to get off topic.
After once you dead, and she's a reptilian. And the predator is the predator, and he's Satan, bitch. And I fucking hate reptilians. And I fucking came to kill all the reptilians. I came to kill reptilians by the billions. I came to kill them everywhere and anywhere. Alright, thank you guys, bye. Hey guys. Everybody knows about fight or flight, right? Well, there's fight.
I know you guys like talking with me, which is good. That makes sense.
Flight.
I enjoy talking with you guys too, it's fun.
Or fawn. I think everybody's fawning right
That's crazy, Jingles Keys.
now. I'm guilty of being a fawner in the past. Because I was a little kid, I didn't have no choice.
I'm only noticing now thanks to the new ADHD meds, probably. It feels like I take such longer tangents now, though, but maybe, again, maybe it's just it feels like that.
I don't know, I have a choice, I guess.
There's a secret chat. People use a live stream chat on the Discord. I like when people chat in Twitch, because then I can see it. I don't really check the Discord chat very often. Though I do look. I see you. I see you there. Sir Jack and Poetic Fox. I fucking see you in the chat in Discord.
Could have been a really, really bad kid. Well, anyway, the world's fawning. All them Vex takers are fawning. We ain't fawning around here. Listen, we're bang bang. We're bang bang in the face of a reptilian all day long. That's what we do.
You do take longer tangents. We gave up on you posting segments of the stream on YouTube and take the whole thing in. Especially now that I'm on meds, I need to start clipping things out for YouTube. I need to. I know that's so convenient for everyone, and I like it.
Alright, so don't be a fawner. Instead, be somebody that doesn't give a fuck about a fucking reptilian because they fucking garbage. I'm not gonna say a reptilian's garbage, but they are a fucking piece of garbage.
Gabbage. Marcel playlist when? Ooh, that's a good idea. I do have the Peter playlist, so a Marcel one would make sense.
Reptilians are snakes, like, for real. Like, snakes are, they're king of the insects. As above, so below.
Why would snakes be kings of insects? Does he think snakes are insects, or is he saying because some snakes eat insects? Not all snakes eat insects, I don't think. Like, what are you talking about?
You know, like snakes, they're cold-blooded. There's something dead about them. They're dead-siders, and they're like the.
Stone Corbell says unsolicited advice, but clipping out pithy, funny bits and posting them on Twitter and YouTube as shorts. And if you really want to get spicy, TikTok is how a lot of people find streamers these days. That's not a bad idea. I wish I had money to hire like a community manager or something that did stuff like that for me. Maybe someday. But yeah, I should start doing that. Procagom says it's like the Eye of Sauron just found turned up upon the Discord chat. Mr. Whisker says cold-blooded, no-blooded, something.
The insect king, they're cold-blooded. There's something dead about them.
A lot of animals are cold-blooded. Warm-bloodedness was a adaptation, right? Like allowing the environment to warm you rather than your internal body allows you to have a much slower metabolism because you take a lot less energy. It's efficient if you're in the right environment for it. It's not evil or wrong to be cold-blooded or like less not human, obviously, because humans are warm-blooded, but like it doesn't make them somehow soulless. Souls don't exist, but you guys know what I mean, right? It's like he thinks there's some ephemeral quality to animals and cold-blooded ones don't have it. That's not how it works.
They're dead-siders, and
make a command and we can clip funny things.
And they're like,
you could find someone in the community to do it for free. I'm not doing that shit. I understand that mods are typically like a volunteer thing, and that makes sense, I think, because a lot of people watch the stream anyway. I would never try and get someone to do work for me without paying.
like
I would feel disgusting.
The insect kingdom, like the crown of the insect kingdom, is a snake.
Why? I don't understand why he thinks this.
Anyway, that's what these fucking reptilians are. They're fucking snakes. They're fucking king of insects. They're fucking garbage. And me, for one, I could, you know, like to see them all die in a fire. So if you love insects and you want to fawn for them, go ahead and take a vaccine. But if you don't, and you're down to bang bang, then
is he high? He could be. It's Florida. His teeth look okay though, so I don't think it's meth.
It's Jesus Christ in the Bible. Alright, see you later, bye. Hey you guys, serious warning here. I read the whole Bible the first year of the pandemic, and from what I read, it said that God was going to remove his grace. He was going to remove everything from this world. He's going to remove...
Does the Scooby Gang go to hotels? Or do they all sleep in the van? Because it feels like they travel all around the country. Do they all sleep in the van?
the light from this world. So that means you gotta make a choice: the lightness or the darkness. It's gonna be the world's gonna be a habitation for beasts after all this is over. So just try to get it through to your skulls that it's over. You know, this whatever's going on in this world with human.
I'm a scatterbrain? I shouldn't be. I took my ADHD meds. Right? Yeah, I did.
Beings, it's over. So you gotta make plans accordingly. But it's just wild that nobody's gonna believe that, you know? Like, oh, God wouldn't actually do that. It's like PTSD. It's like when you're a victim of violent crime, you like don't really believe it. Like, you know, nobody's gonna hit me over the head and take my wallet until somebody does that, and then you're in like disbelief. You know, you can't believe it. I think that's how all the demons and Satan, that's how they are still, because God kicked them out of heaven, and they didn't think that was gonna happen. They're like, oh, God loves us. You know, God's always gonna love us. We can do whatever we want. And God said, fuck no, hell no. And he's about to say that to the whole world. So,
is he referencing Dante's Inferno? Or rather, sorry, Paradise Lost, as if it's canon to the Bible.
Best believe it.
I know a lot of Christians do that and don't realize it, but...
Believe that shit, cause y'all's in trouble, and you're on the bubble. Alright. Thanks for listening. See you later. Bye.
Wow. What a crazy person. Speaking of...
January 13th, 2019. Dearest Gail, as you well know, I've been hard at work solving the dilemma of our current poop pregnancy crisis on board Church of Gail. I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis buried deeply and warmly into my vagina butt. Or if I may say more correctly, our vagina butt. I couldn't be more thankful than now.
Brett Spiner has a bussy?
For the blessing.
Brett Spiner's bussy. Feel free to use that as a password if you'd like for anything. Brett Spiner's bussy. Oh.
That is my 18.
This is not AI.
18.5.
This is Gail.
5-inch manhood, as the gentle hugging from your vagina inside my rectum is perhaps the source of my strength during these.
Her vagina's in his asshole?
These trying times.
A literal bussy.
Meanwhile, on Church of Gail, the rest of the men have understandably become deeply emotionally distressed. One must understand that for a man, pooping is an essential part of their masculinity. Aside
what?
From masturbation in the mornings, the evenings, and sometimes afternoons in the workplace bathroom, pooping is one of the most magical and empowering times of a normal man's day. The physical pain of our swollen bowels, combined with the loss of a critical emotional outlet, has led many of our men to fall into depression. And a constant line has since formed outside of Gerard Butler's psychiatry office. Why don't you consent to a colostomy, Vladimir? Gerard asked. No! Vladimir pounded his fist on the table. Colostomy bag is for walking dead like Hillary Clinton. I would
Clinton's on the bingo card.
Rather be euthanasia.
Okay.
Euthanasia like dog than become as Hillary Clinton. Aye, Vladimir. Hopefully it will not come to that. Gerard replied calmly.
Harold Elwoman says, I recently did a bad and chatted with someone who was QAnon to find out which flavor of crazy they were. They were convinced everything was a psyop because of Operation Trust, including Q, and they were just sitting in it out like a POW to see if they'd get liberated. It was a weird conversation, but they didn't freak out too badly when I pitched, maybe it's just capitalism, and they weren't, apparently, considering violence. I guess that's good. The second I heard our vagina butthole, I know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be Soviet Union anthem. Our bussy. It's the people's bussy. It is the workers' bussy. H-Baird says, pooping is empowering to men because ladies don't poop. It's true. It's true. I haven't pooped since I came out.
Calmly in his soothing voice, with Brent working hard at a solution for all this, soon we men may all poop honorably on our own terms.
Thanks, Cal. Appreciate you.
How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me. We're going to cover a few things. I hope I'm not offending anybody, but we're going to have to lay some things out here.
Uh-oh.
That
Can I just play the very beginning of this video again? Is there a particular reason?
January 13, 2019. Dearest Gail, as you well know, I've been hard at work solving the dilemma of our current poop pregnancy crisis on board Church of Gail. I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis buried deeply and warmly into my vagina butt. Or if I may say more correctly, our vagina butt.
Is that enough?
or right in your face. The truth is...
Gail is, it's a whole thing. Gail is like a lol cow, and it seems like she has a whole community around her that basically do fan fiction and send it to her, but it seems like she sometimes really believes it's real. It's hard to say. Might be an Andy Kaufman-esque bit. Either way, it's great.
It's hiding in plain sight, people. You can't see it. You've been worshiping Satan your entire life.
No.
100%. It's that you're trapped in sign, not sin. The sine wave, the Jesus fish. You see your Jesus fish right there? And you've been squared. They've been hitting you with a square wave and you're trapped.
Like Chris Chan, I'd say it's pretty different. Like, people don't hate Gail. I think the people who, like, watch her regularly and stuff, like, she's a lol cow, but I think they like her. Like, I don't think they hate her like people do Chris Chan.
And you've been squared.
She's obviously crazy and they think she's weird, but, like, they're not generally malicious at this point, I don't think. Hello, Casafel.
When you graduate school, what do you put over your head?
A graduation cap? There's probably an actual word for it. I don't know what, though.
Cube. You've been
a cube? No, it's a flat plane. What? It's a square. It's not a cube.
Squared. That's the top of the cube. When you unfold
I mean, any face of a cube is a square.
When you unfold a
kind of by definition, they're all equal.
Cube, you have your cross, your Jesus cross. You know, your bottom, your four sides, it makes a plus sign, and then the top piece. That's the one you put on your head when you graduate from school. It's called squaring your circle. You've been...
I have to urinate very badly suddenly. I'm gonna put on something real quick while I do that. Stick around, I'm gonna be back in just a second, okay? Okay, be right back.
Don't you think it's time someone had the courage to finally boil a steak in yellow mustard? We're gonna need a second bottle for this one. Things are starting to get mustardy. Well, all right then. Here we go! Oop. Oh, things are starting to get burny. It's a fair assumption to make that the mustard has crusted over. Beautiful. Well, that's awful. Let's give it a proper sear. Well, okay, let's give it a try. Here we go! Oh my, it's actually quite good. Now, we didn't add any salt or pepper to this, but it tastes like it's seasoned with salt and pepper, and no mustard flavoring whatsoever. Oh my god, that's delicious. The mustard may not have seasoned it well, but at least it cooked it pretty well. And the hot mustard on the side is a real treat. But it would probably make more financial sense if you just seasoned it with salt and pepper and microwaved some mustard. So I'm gonna have to give the filet mignon boiled in mustard a 4 out of 5.
Bop, 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 bop.
Hello. Cloud Wizard says, all hail chair. Where was it? There it is.
Ah, people, you've been hexed and you can't see it.
Perfect timing. Oh yeah, I know how to time that. I know how long it takes me to pee, roughly. And I know how long. It's about a minute. If I give myself a minute, I can pee. I'm a quick peer.
Hexagram. Everybody knows. Picture, I don't know, a voodoo lady putting a hex on you or something.
To be clear, the bathroom is literally like the room right there. Which is convenient.
Like that. You know that's bad news. You wouldn't want something like that happening to you, but that's what's happened to you. And your God did it. Take a look.
Oh, we're at 3D modeling stage of crazy. That's not good.
God is...
Sorry, MH Dark Beast. Let me find the bits. Yeah, we're gonna do an episode on pee stuff, or leaving that for Jeff Holiday. Pee, drinking, bathing, etc. Found a fun link for you about halfway down the page is a cocktail recipe for pee. Am I incorrect? Did we do a whole stream about the pee people already? If not, we probably should. I know a lot of people are just so averse and like gag and stuff at it, so it's not something I just want to mix into regular streams. I've done that in the past as kind of a joke. I'm done doing that because I know it grosses out a lot of people and I don't want to drive people away from the stream in the middle. We did? Okay. I don't need to do it again then, I don't think. We also did a raw meat stream. For stuff that like grosses people out, I try and make it its own thing. So if someone wants to opt out, they can without missing anything else.
Halfway to creating space. In order to complete this process, it must define some boundaries, because as I mentioned before, the void is infinite, and if no boundaries are defined, then relative movements of spirits remain impossible.
Relative movements of spirits.
To define some boundaries, all God needs to do is connect the end of every point to the end of every other point. The beauty of this, and indeed the entire process itself, is that God cannot make a mistake. It is simply impossible. Once all the ends are connected, what we have is an octahedron, which if viewed from the correct perspective, reveals a hexagram.
There you go. God placed you in...
Are there people who do anything with poop? Not outside of fetish stuff that I've seen. There are obviously communities of, like, fetish people who are into it, but I haven't seen people... Actually, that's not true. I saw one post from, like, a mommy Facebook page, you know, like the mommy blog type bullshit with, like, alt health. I did see one woman who ingested poop herself because she thought it was good for your immune system, and she'd put a little bit of her poop in her kids' food, which should 150,000% be a call to CPS. Terrible parenting on the bingo card. Just for that. I know it's not a video we're watching, but I'm saying that it counts. It's that bad.
Inside of a hexagram.
I would never, ever, ever do a stream where anyone is doing anything with poop. A, I'm pretty sure that's TOS. Second of all, I don't want to poop. Pee doesn't really do it for me in terms of grossing me out. Usually. Today I actually had to clean some cat pee, and it grossed me out for some reason. Either way, but poop, Poop does it for me. That'll make me throw up on stream. I literally, no.
You are hexed, and you can move around the hologram, and you are getting your energy drawn out of you, and this is how it works, people. You take your energy from the one true sun above your head and plant an animal, okay? It could be vampirism, it could be sun gazing.
Vampires on the bingo card.
However you get your...
Wow, we got zombies and vampires today. If we'd gotten a mummy, it would have been a full monster mash.
Your energy, you're going to get it through the sun. And then you feed it directly to the black hole sun. You're doing it right now.
Wolfman isn't invited because he's a mean drunk.
It's represented by the cube, the ring, and the eye. It's symbols that are the language of the universe and the conduit that your energy is flowing through, and it's where...
No, hun, you're just... You need help so bad. Oh, God.
Attention goes, energy flows. Symbols of the language of the universe. And the conduit that your biofield energy is flowing straight through, okay, to the black hole sun. It's all day long. It doesn't matter if you're on this cube or you're on that cube or your kids are playing with the Minecraft cubes. It's
Oh, God, does he have kids? Oh, fuck, he does. I've actually seen videos on his channel where his son is with him. Oh, God. I'm glad Twitch streaming isn't a profession that makes you a mandated reporter.
It doesn't matter if you're eating your...
Because then I'd have to look into who this guy is and report him.
Jack Links, if you're wearing...
Which I kind of already want to do, but...
Your Nike, your all day...
I'm of two minds on stuff like this, because on the one hand, this guy clearly needs help. But I also recognize that the system, as it's set up to try and help people like this, is fucked. The system is completely broken down and isn't generally able to help people very well. Still probably better than this, though. I don't know. God.
Long, your food, it's everything. If you're Muslim, you go around that Cuban Mecca.
It has a name, I believe it's called the Kaaba, and it's like a holy thing for them. It's not just because it's a cube, it's because the the cornerstone of it was meant to be placed by, I believe, Muhammad himself, the Kaaba. Yeah. Kaaba? I don't know how to, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I've seen it written, but I don't know if I've heard it said. Anti-Pretzel says, I'm incredibly concerned. Yeah, me too.
If you're Jewish, you put the Teflon on your arm and forehead with your cubes. If you're Catholic, you worship little Zeus, which is Saturn, is what they called Jesus. Jesus is little Zeus, what they called Saturn in a
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure we know that elements of, like, paganism, you know, the elements of pre-Christian religion made their way into Christianity. That happens a lot of the time when a new religion comes along and kind of becomes the dominant one. A lot of the old traditions will become folded into it, because as it turns out, people like their traditions, and even if they change religion, they don't necessarily want to change all their traditions. That's how we got a lot of Christian holidays. But
previous age, everybody worships Saturn. You're only...
But no, Jesus isn't Saturn.
Kidding yourself, people. It's the one true sun is the sun above your head.
Oh yeah, I forget. He's a sun worshiper. Did I mention that? He thinks the sun is God. Like the literal sun in the sky.
Very simple. Now, you're caught in sine. Like the Jesus fish, this is the sine wave. You've been squared. So you've been squared, they're hitting you with harmonics, and you're trapped in here, and now your kundalini, you're trapped, imprisoned in your carbon 666 flesh pack. You're made up of cells, 50 trillion cells. Those are prison cells. And you're trapped by your kundalini. You're a star at your heart, and now your star is forced to take a shit, get horny, get hungry, a pain in your heart, a frog in your throat,
I think he's taking the Carl Sagan star stuff quote very literally.
Headache.
And not even literally. He's taking it as a woo-woo thing and not just a matter of fact that stars are where heavier elements are formed. Stone Corbell says, you've been educated, stupid. Everyone knows that man is a four-cornered cubic.
Everything you know is to reverse your truth. Listen, you get freaked out and your scalp will tighten up. You're supposed to be barefoot walking on dry, non-conductive soil every day.
What? Tea with Goblin says there should be a fourth option where you call emergency services, police, fires, ambulance, and mental health intervention teams. There are already well-trained psychiatric doctors and nurses who are trained to manage people having psychotic episodes without escalating a situation like cops so often do. Surely that's doable. I would agree. Good luck convincing a lot of people in society about that. Can you imagine if we tried to, imagine that America didn't start, local public fire departments hundreds of years ago? Imagine if today, just someone was like, hey, let's publicly fund a thing where we buy a bunch of trucks and people and train them, and they'll, on the public's dime, put out fires. Republicans would be like, no, personal responsibility. Why am I going to pay for your burning house? Gitara says, sir, I don't know about all that. I, like everyone else, arrived here last Tuesday. You need to read your scripture. Hands him the Book of Paul.
For at least 45 minutes. And you don't do this. You have two...
Fun fact. The first recorded fire department was created by a businessman in Rome who would show up with people he hired, people on his team, would show up when fires were happening and force the owners to sign over the house to him immediately. And if they did, they'd put the fire out. And if not, he'd just leave with his people and let it burn. And he would then keep the house and let them keep living in it with exorbitant rent rates. Yeah. Gnome Pickles says, are you trying to do away with the private fire insurance companies? Why do you hate the free market, you socialist?
Chakras below you, too. That's the soles of your feet.
There are areas where fire departments are subscription-based. Good lord.
And you have 3 above you, they say, which would be the halo above your head and the 2 angel wings that you would have. But you can't see them, but they're there. Everything you know is a lie, people. You're an interdimensional being, and you've been trapped in this material world through harmonics.
And I am living in a material world, and I'm apparently an interdimensional being. I might be the laughing man, says sounds like he may have been an arsonist. Wouldn't surprise me. Stone Corbell says they eventually killed that firefighter extortionist guy by pouring molten gold down his throat. History has happy endings sometimes.
And this is not... You make it a material. It's all a hologram, but you believe everything so deeply, and they're able to extract so much energy from you because it's all day long. You're feeding all your energy to the black hole sun. Your kids are at school. When they graduate, they're going to put a cube on their head. You're at work using Satan's paper money. It's the sine wave. Look.
Paper money is satanic? That's interesting. I normally see conspiracy theorists really like... Well, I guess it depends. There are different levels. There are gold bugs who don't like paper money because it's not based on gold, but then you have people who are fine with fiat currency but afraid of crypto and digital currency. Now, don't get me wrong, there's good reason to hate crypto, but not because it's satanic. There are people who think crypto is satanic. Tea with Goblin says, shh, Hannah, careful who you tell that Roman firefighter story to. It'll end up as DeSantis' policy platform next year.
You're trapped in sine.
Jesus Christ. This election cycle. Can the DOJ please indict Donald Trump? I know that people were talking about it yesterday because of his weird message on Truth Social that implies that maybe there's an indictment coming. Who knows? I'd just appreciate if that would happen now.
That's sin. Look, this is the sine wave. That's your money.
Tales from the Crypto? That's such a better name for crypto cringe than crypto cringe. Holy shit.
Time is money. Everything you know is a lie. All the energy comes from the sun. You turn that energy and you give it directly to Saturn. You're doing it right now.
Wait,
it's like
this?
We're all doing it. Money, it has to go, and so does time. This is the time.
I saw this is coming out at $3,500. The new Apple VR AR goggles thing. $3,500. Apple products tend to be expensive anyway. Whatever. I'm certainly not going to get one. Though, I am happy that this probably means that other companies will invest in VR, AR stuff, because I like that stuff. I said this before. I think I said this some weeks ago. I'm not a fan of Apple. However, I do recognize that they have been important in popularizing different technology and different technology platforms through the years. The PC, smartphones, smartwatches, tablets. Apple kind of popularized all that stuff and made it good. And then other companies followed. But, whatever.
Cube, you're trapped in time.
I don't know if you guys saw any of the footage of the event. Maybe we'll cover it at some point. Very creepy, the new Apple AR VR thing. I'll say the technology is amazing. If the technology works even close to what it looks like in the demo video, it's an amazing piece of technology, and once again, it looks like Apple has taken something that's very clunky, Quest, made by Facebook or Meta or whatever, and made it streamlined and really easy for the end user to understand, and makes it sleek, you know? Yeah.
You've been hexed. So, this
I don't know if this will catch on, though, but... Has Apple ever, released a new platform like this and it hasn't gotten popular? Apple is copywriting people who show the Apple event? Okay. Won't do that, then.
Instagram.
Because I'm thinking they introduced again. They did the Apple II, They did the iMacs. They did iPods. They did iPod Touches. They did iPhones. They did Apple what are the Apple tablets called? iPads. Pippin? What's a Pippin? Is it a handheld thing? Pippin. Not the musical. Their watches aren't that popular. I see a decent number of people with them. They're certainly not as popular as like smartphones, but like people have smartwatches. The Newton. I'm such a dumbass. Computer. Oh, their PDA solution. Yeah. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the thing.
You see
it's
it
very Black Mirror.
On the Israeli flag. It's true. It's right in the center of the Star of David. This is crazy, people. You've been fucking hexed. Hexed. Connect every line to every other line.
To be clear, I don't think any of the VR AR stuff like the one Apple's coming out with is going to actually become popularized until like the 3rd or 4th version. Not with as big and bulky as it is now. It makes you look like a douchebag wearing it, but like down the line when they get slimmer, look more like just normal glasses or goggles, it'll probably catch on, at least with certain people.
And if viewed from the right perspective, you see the hex.
Or who knows, maybe in 10 years we'll all be wearing these stupid fucking goggles and you'll be able to look at me in 3D and it'll be stupid and we'll all hate it and we'll all look stupid wearing goggles, but we'll all do it.
Instagram, that's what your God did to you. Now take a look at this. Your church is going door to door pushing these with cubes on the back. And it says over here,
those are squares. Squares aren't cubes.
A one world government. You see this? This is your church knocking on doors every weekend. Why do we need one? Is it possible?
They're literally, I'd imagine, talking about Jesus. Mr. Whisker says, I use a smartwatch. It's convenient for looking at text and deciding to ignore it without pulling my phone out of my pocket. Yeah.
Well, who's qualified to rule? Look at this. Earth's new ruler. Who really qualifies? This doesn't say leader. It says ruler. And
yeah, they want it to be Jesus.
You see this? This is God's kingdom, they say over here. And Bible study. You see this stuff? This is just crazy. And they have the baby Jesus in there and everything. Listen, people, everything you know is a lie. You are fed the reverse of truth in all things. Doctors destroy health. Your education system indoctrinates you. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Oh, your food is killing you. You see, I could drag your food across water using only a magnet. And you see my videos, I have to grow my own garden. And
are you talking about Cheerios or something? Because there's iron in that. Some food has iron in it, which is ferrous and therefore can be attracted by a magnet. But humans need iron in our diets to live. It's not poison to us in the amount we eat.
Grow food and try and teach people. It's just fucking crazy. Nobody sees this, but everybody.
If everyone's wearing the goggles and they're the norm, then by social definition they won't be stupid looking because stupid looking is what society says it is. I'm familiar with that. I understand.
He has been worshiping Satan. You breathe Satan's chemical air. You drink Satan's poison water.
In fairness, wearing Apple AirPods is normalized, and I still think those look stupid as fuck.
You speak.
They're the ugliest. I have wireless headphones. They're these Samsung ones, and I like them a lot. They won't pair with my computer anymore for some reason. But, like, they literally just go in my ear, and they're hidden. AirPods are so ugly, they come out, and they still have, like, a thing that goes down. Like, it has a wire, but there's no wire. Ugh.
Black magic spells over use of telepathy. Now, language...
Oh, this guy's crazy. This guy is batshit.
Is what the computer speaks. Language. Language is a virus that reduced your brain down to 10% capacity. You're speaking...
The 10% use of our brain thing is a pop cultural myth.
Language, you're supposed to be on telepathy.
Lennon Cat says this man needs a psychiatrist. This looks like schizophrenia, schizotypical personality disorder, or any other delusional disorder. Yes. He has a kid, too, so...
Telepathy. Because the computer can't do telepathy, so the computer has to give you a language. You're trapped in a machine. You get programmed by your TV. You're a fucking program on the Matrix.
Then why do you have a TV?
And you can't see it. You get programmed at school, indoctrinated. You watch your TV programs, and you're being programmed all fucking day by everything, and you can't see it. You need to see the movie They Live. That shit is real. You have a
Reference to They Live on the bingo card. Again, They Live is a thinly veiled metaphor for capitalism.
reptilian core to your brain. It's responsible for fight or flight. You are a slave class reptilian. You are the food class. Okay? You're supposed to have blue blood. You're supposed to have a high copper content in your blood. You've been weighed down.
No.
With these heavy...
Wait, you're concerned about people having iron in their system, but you want them to have a bunch of copper? Like a Vulcan?
Metals.
Do Vulcans have copper-based blood? Why do Vulcans have green blood? I thought it was copper.
See my videos where we're dragging your food across water using only a neodymium magnet? Listen, people, they rub it in your face. See the red and the blue? That's the sine wave.
It is copper? Okay. I'm glad I remembered that.
On all your products is all your... Look, man, you've been worshiping the wrong flag. You're supposed to be worshiping the civil flag.
How about we don't worship any flags? That'd be great. Tea with Goblin says, I like my big Bluetooth, my big Bluetooth Sennheiser cans, big chunky sound canceling boys with a bass kick like a donkey, and it sends a palpable don't talk to me vibe when word with black lipstick and a band shirt. When worn with black lipstick and a band shirt. Highly recommend. I used to have a Bose pair of headphones like that. I think they broke. Lennon Cat says, same as an octopus.
Okay, when you go to school pledging allegiance, it's fucking crazy. Your kids are pledging...
Typos happen. It's fine.
Allegiance to the military flag. Try and picture this. Wartime, there's two ships. One's a civilian ship, one's a military ship. One's flying the civilian flag that says, we're unarmed, we're civilians.
That's literally a flag for a ship. It's different than the flag that's just generally used as the American flag. I would imagine that a ship that has the typical American flag is an official ship of America.
Women and children, do not blow us up. And the other flag, the military flag, they would know that that's the warship. There's a civilian flag and a military flag. And listen, people, everything you know is a lie. I'm telling you, if you think Whole Foods is not selling you GMOs, you're out of your freaking mind, okay? They say organic, they don't say non-GMO. And
GMOs are a good thing.
Organic means that you grow it organically, but organic, and it's just fucking crazy, people. You have no idea how far behind on reality you are. They rub it in your face. The black hole sun and time. This is from your Domino's pizza. This is funny. This is really funny. I mean, I see it because I know what I'm looking. I know what the symbols are. I can read the matrix code. You can't yet, but you'll see the cube, the ring, and the eye is on everything. Your wedding ring makes you satanic. You'll see the hexagrams on everything. Everything related to money or whatever. You'll see it. Your kids' toys. It's Cartoon Network. It's every toy that they touch, whether it's Lego cubes, Thomas the Train cubes, Minecraft cubes. It's cube to cube to cube all day. And your kids...
No one tell this guy about Time Cube, please.
They look like zombies to their cubes all day. You have to rip it away from them.
Why? That's a rectangle. That's a phone. A phone isn't a square, it's a rectangle.
It's freaking insane. Silly human slaves. Your God has hexed you. God is absolutely Saturn, the L. You've been trapped in time. This is how God did it. I recommend you update yourself on sacred geometry and legalese. And listen.
So really, he thinks quadrilaterals are satanic or evil or whatever.
You breathe Satan's chemical air. You drink his fluoridated water. You take...
Chitara says, pushes the Book of Paul closer, this time with much more insistence.
It's horrible, people. You have so many viruses. You have gold fever virus. You let people die over this worthless paper backed by your own stupidity. You have God virus. You place the power of God outside of you. You have, when you're the one doing all the creating here with me, all right, you have 50 trillion cells. Those are prison cells. Your chakra system is clearly a prism system. It's just drawing.
This guy mixing every conspiracy. Is this guy mixing every conspiracy together? Not every conspiracy, a lot of them, though. Yeah, fluoride.
Your energy from your star to your heart. Okay, you have time and space virus. Everything's an illusion. It's
time and space virus.
A two-dimensional flatland reality, and you think
I like flatland. Please don't use flatland.
The Earth is round. You know what a hologram is? Holograms are flat. You're trapped in a... If you look at how they make holograms, you'll see that it's pretty simple to put it all together. It's You're in the matrix. You're taking your energy from one sun and you're feeding it to the other sun. And listen, look up vampire therapy. You'll see that the blood of your children reverses aging.
It does not. It does not. That's not how anything works.
Your children are the forbidden fruit. And you know the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You're the apple of my eye. And you know that it's the family tree. Everything you know is a lie, people. You've been fed the reverse of truth in all things. You have vampire virus. You're supposed to be a sun gazer, superhuman. And if you're not going to do that, at least you could try and grow your own food. If you didn't grow it or kill it, you shouldn't be eating it. I'm telling you flat out. You got to do a garden or something. And look, you speak magic spells over use of telepathy. You tell your kids, say the magic word. And you know, reverse speech is always truthful. If I take any audio and I reverse it, any lie that was spoken would be exposed.
That's wild that he thinks that. That is so sad.
Look up David John Oates.
He thinks that if you lie, then if you play the lie backwards, it tells you the truth. That's not how any language works. What? How would you even devise a language that works that way? That doesn't even make sense. Fenekagami says, wait, is he suggesting that parents should abuse their own child for eternal youth? I would hope not.
Reverse speech, and see my videos on it.
Reminder that he is a kid. He has a son.
Everything you know is a lie, people. You have language virus to reduce your brain down to 10%. You're supposed to be on telepathy, but you're in the matrix and the computer speak language. Everybody fucking knows that. Okay? Your language, all right, is a virus.
I've heard about like backmasking on records during the Satanic Panic. I have never heard someone make the claim that they think when you tell a lie, you can play whatever the lie was backwards and it tells the truth. I have never heard that, no. I've heard, like, satanic stuff hidden in this Beatles record or whatever, but...
Virus, you're supposed to be a telepathy. You're not supposed to be in this physical form right here. It's all mental. You're really a hologram right now, and you really believe all these things, and we need to snap everybody out of the illusion. You're 100% cube satanic, and so are your... children, and your God is Satan 100 fucking percent. Snap out of your illusion. Get to my channel for truth immediately.
Wow. I really hope this guy gets help. Holy crap. Wow.
Credited with the design of one medieval tradition credit.
The apocalypse?
It's Gina.
Yes, this is their...
Oh, fuck yeah, Profane Priestess. Good for you. Congrats.
Alternative 3 plan by the elites. We read about this in the podcast last night.
Can you report him? That's up to you. No brigading. But what you do is your choice.
I highly encourage you to listen to it. Storytime with Gina, Underground.
One second. Did I exit out of it? I was trying to get you a link. I might have already exited. Yeah. Here's the channel. Okay, let's do Gina.
Base is the apocalypse.
Fenekagami says also the low % of brain use thing comes from the fact that any task only uses specific parts of the brain, not that we only use access to 10% of the brain. Yes, I know this. I've talked about this on stream. If you used your entire brain at once, you'd be having a seizure.
Yes, this is their...
I don't think anyone's had bingo yet.
Alternative 3 plan by the elites. We read about this in the podcast last night. I highly encourage you to listen to it. Storytime with Gina. Underground bases all over the world. We get to this. I went to share this video on my Facebook page. This is what Facebook's done, and it's done it for the past few times, deliberately putting the wrong title on the video, Missing Time and Aliens. No, this was Underground Bunkers Facebook. That's what this was.
They're not doing it intentionally. Something about the way that they're pulling from YouTube's API isn't working correctly. Does she think that when you post a video on Facebook, there's literally a person there that, like, has to, every video, like, do it manually? Oh. Apparently she has a podcast. I'm unfamiliar.
Bunkers, underground bases.
I still haven't looked into the metal orb thing. I suck.
And you deliberately...
You send it to me again?
Put that on there to mislead. See, look at that. This is what they do. This is why I don't even like posting to Facebook, because the algorithm over there does not like me at all. And not just me, other people. I don't like what Facebook does to me. I don't.
She's too pure for this world.
And not just me, other people. I don't like what Facebook does to me. I don't. That's why, Eugenia, honey, you never come to the Facebook and do videos or stuff like that. Well, there's a reason why
Drop the. Just Facebook. It's cleaner.
I'm not, because I am being heavily suppressed on the Facebook. Because this is...
What's the name of Gina's channel? Gina Maria Colvin Hill. I think it's literally just her name. Here's a link to her channel. No brigading. Don't be mean to Gina. Don't interact with Gina. This is a zoo. You don't touch. You look.
Evidence right here. Look at this. I did a video last night. I have a podcast called Storytime with Gina, and I'm reading from a book. And this is what Facebook did. Hello, Facebook. This is the video that says missing time and aliens. See, I even got rewarded with a Wikipedia alien abduction. So I know you know what you're doing. So look at Facebook. Of course this is not missing time and aliens.
Wait, didn't it say that on the YouTube? Hold on, on the YouTube I did the same thing. Missing time podcast. That's what it says on YouTube! Right? What? Whatever.
So look at Facebook. Of course this is not missing time and aliens. This is the correct video. The underground bases all over the world. And also I'm talking about something else. I would encourage you to go watch this film or read up on it. I'm going to, because I didn't even hear about that until last night. I read it in a book. Thank you.
What? Story time with Gina. Oh! Gina has a whole playlist where she reads children's stories. Her podcast is she reads you stories.
Good evening. It's 8:30 p.m. and it's time for Story Time with Gina. We do this every night, 8:30 p.m.
It's like a lady conspiracy brainworm Mr. Rogers.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We read a story. We're going to read Jack and the Beanstalk tonight, and that was the story that was next to the one that we read last night about David and Goliath. We're talking about giants. And we know that giants roamed the land.
Giants on the bingo card.
They did. There's talk of them.
Oh, she has a good voice for story reading. I would agree.
And some of those giants are purportedly to be 70 feet. They're massive, massive giants.
I'm pretty sure the square cube law says that's not happening. Tea with Goblin says, okay, everyone, sit crisscross applesauce. Auntie Jean is going to read to us. No pulling pigtails or communing with higher beings while she's talking, kids.
Giants. So let me make sure that I can be heard over here, and we'll start the
Baja can pull on my pigtails.
reading.
Hannah flirts with Baja on the bingo card.
That's what we'll do. Hello there, Michael and Frank Cooper. Let me see if I can hear myself on here. Can you hear me?
Hello there, Michael and Frank.
You can hear me. Okay, we got it. We got it.
Who's Your Friend says this is better than Snortling's Hollow. I agree. I don't think Gina will call anyone a cum dumpster.
You all welcome. Maxie, Suspicious Guys, you're out. We're going to read Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay, here we go. Jack and the Beanstalk. It's adapted from Andrew Lang.
Okay. I'm going to save this. And we're just going to do a whole stream sometime later this week or next week of Gina reading us stories. That'll be the whole stream. Sound good? It does sound good. Halloween Town, live your dreams. Live your dreams. I hope the best for you.
Is it real? Do you think this is a bird? It flew past Nierka. Just like boom at 5:55. Look at it. Do you think that was holographic? Let's look at it. We gotta be objective when we're looking at this stuff now. Okay, I'm just going in and out of filtering. This is a black bird that flew by so fast in front of her. And I've got some filtering on it. You can see the straight edges. You can see the...
Doesn't understand how cameras work on the bingo card.
The corners.
That's image compression, Gina. That's just how it works.
You think it's holographic? Because if it's holographic, we got some kind of drone-like birds. It could even be that. A fake bird. You know, this looks like some type of technology. It really doesn't look like a bird to me. It doesn't. It doesn't. But who knows? Screenshot. 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 Filtering. It doesn't look like a bird. It doesn't. But you tell me, what do you think?
I think it's a bird.
Rosie, I really have never seen night vision eyes in a cat like yours before, but we caught you.
All cats do that. If light hits cats' eyes correctly, it always does that because cats have really good night vision and their eyes are designed for it, so they...
Rosie, honey, yes, you can see in the dark. Rosie, honey, what you do and you being a little baby? Are you being a little baby? Oh, Rosie, your eye got... Oh, look at her eye. Oh, Rosie, you got a green in one eye and a blue in another. Come on, Rosie, honey, let me see your eyes. Oh, wow. Rosie, you've got night vision. Wow. Rosie. Aw, her's a little baby. Her's a baby. Rosie, this is the first time I've ever seen a cat.
Your dog's eyes glow red with flash.
Wow, Rosie.
Might be blood.
Honey.
I don't know if there's a lot of blood like flowing in the back of dog eyes. I don't know.
You are a spirit.
I don't know, dog facts.
Spiritual little kitty. Her's her mommy. Her's a baby. Her's a little baby. Her is. I love that little Rosie, honey. Yeah, I do. Rosie, you're such a sweetheart. Did you know that, Rosie, honey? You gotta take a bath, Rosie. You gotta clean your toes. You gotta do... Okay, Rosie, come on, honey. You can do it. You're a little bitty girl. Yes, you are. You're a precious little baby, Rosie, honey. We love you, Rosie, honey.
That was cute. Gina's just in the corner watching this. Is she even gonna talk about it? No, it's just her reacting. Great. Tea with Goblins says, I have 2 black cats with giant yellow eyes. They like to hide in cupboards or in laundry baskets full of black clothes. It's a little unnerving to come home to a dark house and just see 4 curious glowing orbs peering into you. I'm just glad the cats are on our side. Oh, this one's sad. This is a sad one. This is the woman, we covered her quite a while ago. This is probably the last time I'm going to cover her because, again, as I said, when people seem to degrade over time mentally, I tend not to want to show them. And like I said, she started, last time we saw her, she was definitely living in a house. And now it looks like she's living in her van. So this is probably the last time we're going to cover her. She's probably reached the cutoff point.
Hey there, everybody. I think we might
she thinks she's the president of the United States. Or at least she did at some point. And she thinks she can make laws and stuff. She was always pretty on the mentally ill side. But
have kind of a unique situation going on here. As I've shared with you before in other videos, I believed or had the notion that the current banking system was taken over by the AI. I also had the notion that there were white knights in place ready to utilize the current system for the airship economy.
Believe sci-fi technology exists on the bingo card. Have I thought about covering the lady who calls herself the Queen of Canada? Queen Romana! We've covered her.
As I'm realizing none of us have gotten our airship cards, money cards in the mail like I ordered. I begin
P.S. Matilda's coming out on 4K, which is rad.
Wondering why that would be, because I'm hearing from people that people are aligned with natural law. So why aren't we getting cards? Obviously, the current banking system cannot be utilized that way. And it makes sense. If the AI that runs the banking system is not aligned with natural law, and the white knight...
Yeah, this counts as filming in car.
...who are there's going to be a mismatch. The current systems are not going to be able to be used for the airship economy. So we have to come up with our own, which I don't think...
Yeah, she's the one who started making proclamations, and she issued what she considers arrest warrants for the president, the Supreme Court, etc., etc.
I think will be difficult at all. In fact, it's way simple. It doesn't require computers, and I'd rather do it the other way. So that's what we'll do.
I was pulling something up to show you guys on my phone. What was it? Oh, a thought hasn't dropped out of my head that hard since I started my ADHD medications. I just completely lost it. I was looking for something for you guys, and I don't remember what I was going to look. Huh.
That's all I know to do, you guys.
Oh, I remember what I was doing. It wasn't for you guys.
So we're going to have to take it one step at a time. But I wanted to make a quick video to let you know why I think it is we have not received our airship money cards in the mail. I don't...
This poor woman. I really hope she gets help.
...think we're going to. But I think we've got an opening here to do something else. And I'm debating whether to say it in this video or keep this video really short. Let me tell you what I'm thinking really quick. We need to boycott all of the big corporate entities. Just boycott them all together.
All of them?
Together. Of course.
Are you gonna grow your own food? You know how much land it takes to grow food? For, like, all of your food?
We need to do everything legally and lawfully.
No, this isn't MedBeds, lady.
Obviously. So we don't get locked up in this whole process. But each community needs to begin establishing our own businesses. Each individual needs to start our own thing, our own business. Each community, you're going to need to produce your own stuff. Somebody needs to grow, flax, cotton, whatever, in order to make textiles.
Sorry, chat. I had to send something very important to my wife.
So we can make our own clothes.
Granite Cuttlefish says, Queen Romana just abolished public schools in Canada and told everyone to homeschool their kids, clearly taking the long view to increasing her fan base.
Farmers need to begin really growing and putting their stuff out there so that...
I know that arguing against this doesn't make a lot of sense. She's mentally ill. She's not thinking clearly anyway. But you simply can't have a society as big as we have and have it run agrarian. We can't have an agrarian society and have 8 billion people on the planet. And hey, I'm not saying we need 8 billion people on the planet, but if populations don't going to decline, I'd like it to happen because fewer people have kids, not because of famine. Oh, God.
That people can get food. I think you get the drift. We have to make our own stuff. Then communities need to join together to provide where there are gaps, where we don't have people in our communities that make a certain thing. We can get it from another community.
Cult of Cautious Optimism says, might be prying, but something to know, ADHD meds can have a rebound period where your system adjusts to the medication and might require dose adjustments after starting the meds. I know. My doctor's having me come back about 3 or 4 weeks after I started the meds, which was, 5 days ago or something. I don't know the exact, 5 days ago. So she plans on having me come back and evaluate where I'm at the time.
Industrialization needs to just go away.
There are certainly people who feel that way. That's a pretty hardcore take. I'm not one who shares that belief, but okay.
We can't
getting real Jeffersonian in here.
Commodify the elements of nature anymore. We have to produce what we are going to use, what our community is going to use, and if we want to then share with an adjacent community, we can do that. We can also trade overseas, but not for the purpose of acquiring wealth. See, not for the purpose of hoarding money, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video.
Well, that's her. And that's, like I said, that's probably the last time we're ever going to cover her. Unless she gets help, which would be great. I'd love to be able to come back to one of these people and be like, hey, they're much better now. That'd be awesome. Here's a vintage conspiracy theorist from the 1960s who didn't believe the moon was solid. This is before the moon landings. Holographic and or fake sun moon on the bingo card for this.
One thing, you have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory.
We'll check the card after this.
Anyway, 11 years ago, I stated to various sites.
No update on Peter. Peter deleted all the videos on his channel and has gone silent. So I don't know if talking to me made him reflect on some of his old content and he got embarrassed. I don't know. If he's moving past it, great. I'm happy for him, I want Peter to grow as a person, and I just don't think that's what's happening. But I hope it is. I hope it is.
And that the moon is not a piece.
Profane Priestess says, as a historian and anthropologist, primitivism is folly. Without agriculture and industry, there could be no division of labor and thus no science or medicine. Billions would die and hundreds of millions more would suffer terribly.
Of rock, but it is plasma. A plasma phenomena, cosmic.
He thinks the moon is made of plasma.
Plasma. And that this fact...
I actually don't like, I know you're saying like it's a steel book. That's the part that disappoints me. I'm hoping they come out with a standard edition. I don't like steel books. Just a personal. Where did that go? There's...
will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
Have I seen the comedy show where a host invited a load of different conspiracy theorists on who all believed in different things? I don't think so.
What will be the result if you're proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof the complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attack.
To be clear, this is batshit even by like 1960s standards. In the 60s, I'm pretty sure people knew that the moon was a fucking rock. Like, I don't know, like we had telescopes and stuff. I don't think it was a mystery whether or not the moon was solid.
Attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is less, far less, than is currently assumed. It's in a different state.
Steelbooks look nice, but I'm always afraid of scratching them. Same. So I don't like them. With any of my Blu-rays, you know, like if something were to happen to this case, if someone a cat chewed on it, or I stepped on it accidentally or something, which wouldn't happen, I take good care of the Blu-rays. I could just take the disc out and take out the insert and get a blank 4K case and replace it. You can't do that with Steelbooks.
Of energy, and it has far less mass. That means there is no more explanation for the tides. If the moon, for example, had only 1,000th part of its current mass, then the tides would only be 2 inches high under conventional theories instead of sometimes 14 feet. And that means that if it is proved that the moon is a plasma, then all gravitational theories are out, and the new...
Here's a link to that video. Thank you.
The Age of Reason.
Interesting. Oh, Jim Jeffries did it. I like Jim Jeffries. I shall save.
Concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to
They made 4 Ipmons. Yeah, they're making another one too.
be evolved.
Aren't you being a bit adventurous, though, because you know that we're going to be able to test out your theories on the moon fairly soon?
Well, not anymore. 11 years ago, of course, it was rather taking a risk. I was considered a lunatic, of course, but
you still are.
Now the evidence, accumulated evidence, is already so much in my favor that I'm not taking any risks anymore. On the contrary, there is scientific views expressed all over the world now that the moon seems to be of a quite different nature of what was assumed.
But the Americans and Russians are thinking of landing men on it.
Well, that will never happen. Not on the moon. On Mars, on Venus, on other planets, yes, but the moon is definitely, as I assert, a plasma.
Let's look at the bingo card. What did he do once they landed on the moon? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe became a moon landing conspiracy theorist. Reference to the movie They Live. Recording in car. Giants. Hannah flirts with Baja. Bad parenting. It's fake, most likely. God, I hope so. Flat Earthers use that video to try and prove their bullshit, just so you know. Yeah, I've seen the QAnon Queen of Canada lady. We actually just talked about her earlier. Thanks for the link, though. Okay, Reptillians. Did we have Clintons? No, we had Obama. Wait, did we have... No, I said Clintons. We did Clintons. Is there anything else on this page? Believe sci-fi tech actually exists. How is there not a bingo? This is, like, I'm having to add more bingo things to the sheet. No one has bingo yet? God damn. Vampires. And I think that is it. Yeah, I heard about the money printing thing. Oh, I did say remove aliens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You remember things better than I do. There we go. Before I leave for the night, there's a link. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Is there a difference between overt anti-Semitism and thinly veiled anti-Semitism? Yes, that's why they're different spaces. Thinly veiled is a dog whistle. Overt is they just come out and say it. Vaccine shedding on the bingo card, yes. El Minato, thanks for 24 months. Happy 2nd anniversary. Numerology. Sheeple. We got Jezebel. Doesn't understand how cameras work. Transphobia, transvestigation. Is that it? No, we had fluoride. Fluoride. I know we have They Live somewhere on here. They Live. Yeah, how hasn't Baja ever won bingo? Just statistically. Is They Live on the first page? Why am I not seeing it? How did I miss it? Oh, reference to the movie They Live. I already did it. That's why. What was 104? Anonymous 4chan, any other chan? Was 4chan or 8chan referenced? When? Who referenced 4chan? I don't remember. So if anyone can corroborate that, I'd appreciate it. You think I said it? I don't remember saying it, because I don't think that happened. Okay. I'm going to guess no, unless a bunch of people come out and are like, no, no, you said it.
My ass is right here!
Wait, why does he have cake? Holy shit, did you see that?
This is my fucking butt!
How did he get that fucking ass? Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. What a horrifying universe to exist in. That's beautiful. That's beautiful overthought. Wow, do you want, here's Overthought's channel if you want clips of me. Check out and subscribe to Overthought. Subscribed. Is that narcissistic to subscribe to you because you're posting videos of me? Probably. But I've made peace with it.
All right, so if you've been watching some of the clips coming out of the congressional hearings or just any...
Oh, nice. Someone got a bingo, maybe? Let's take a look at the card. Fluoride, Deep State, Numerology, Hannah Flirts with Baja, Mark of the Beast. That's it. You got it. Bingo. Good job, Cruelty. Cruelty, let me know when you would like that sub or if you want it gifted to someone. Where was the video we were watching? There it is.
News.
Black's Law Dictionary request. I'm gonna reject it. We're ending in a second. I don't feel like it if I'm being honest.
Anchor interviewing somebody, you're gonna realize that
I try and do that only on Sobsit days anyway.
These snippets and these clips.
Oh, you're good. You're fine.
If you actually look at it and you discern, it is them panicking. And we're, I believe, near the end in the sense that it's all going to come crashing down very quickly.
This guy's basically Peter, but with a higher budget and a better understanding of lighting.
Very hard. And we're going to have some kind of military intervention because the level of corruption that's happening right now with all the people that have come out of the last couple of years, the COVID crimes, right? The
God damn it.
Election steal stuff.
Oh my God, no one stole an election.
Spying on Trump's campaign. James Comey on, I think, MSNBC said that his existence is an existential threat to just the system. And so you got to realize that these people, they're panicking and they're doing their last ditch effort. If you look with discerning eyes into...
And by discerning eyes, I mean the eyes of a batshit crazy brainwashed conspiracy theorist.
And just turn on maybe C-SPAN or something and look at some of the congressional hearings and the stuff that's already been played and broadcasted. You will look at it and you will realize there are truly criminals in government. There are truly...
Wait, you're telling me that there are people in Congress who commit crimes? What? MHRB says, you might need to do another Bitcoin and such day. Our favorite libertarian twins did an episode on it as well as another one. Oh, yeah. We are doing a crypto cringe stream tomorrow because both Coinbase and Binance are being investigated and sued by the SEC as of yesterday. And it's juicy, juicy shit. Binance is the top crypto exchange, and they're fucked based on what I've read from the legal document that was released. Gnome Pickles says, no one stole an election. Well, Hannah, that's not necessarily true. In my defense, I was still drinking at the time. Good lord. Okay, I will save this under crypto nonsense. And... oh, God. Crypto. Fuck me.
People that have been behind the scenes doing this stuff in positions of leadership, they've been complicit in these crimes against humanity, against a depopulation effort, against...
population... oh, well, you can still play bingo for fun, I guess. Population control is a motive.
Tearing down the good people, the vote, right, of the American people, of society in general. And these people, it is equivalent to the complicity that they had in Nazi World War II.
Comparing public health measures to the Holocaust or to genocide on the bingo card.
See, Germans, these people, you look at it right now objectively, right? You look at it in history and say, oh, those guys were pure evil. They were complicit in murder. They were complicit in doing these war crimes. And you have to look at it in this time right now from maybe 20 years later and realize, if you take a step back, wow, there was a poison, a woke culture poison. There was
woke culture poison.
There was a movement going on right now for which they were on TV telling you that this is what we got to do, this is how you got to vote, this is how you got to think, and they're lying to you straight up through their teeth. And if you don't have the discernment to see that and take a step back to realize, wow, there are truly good people that are being attacked, that a lot of people are falling for, hook, line, and sinker, and saying, oh, let's point a finger at those guys. Oh yeah, those guys are bad. But really, the bad guys are the guys that are panicking, pointing fingers, telling people they're an existential threat to the system, and doing all...
Wait, people who are freaking out are evil? Hold on, real quick. Where's Trump's fucking freak out from earlier today or yesterday? It's somewhere around here. There we go. Yesterday, Donald Trump says, how can you... It's all caps. I'm not going to yell the whole time. You know how it is. I'm not going to do a Trump voice either. How can Department of Justice possibly charge me who did nothing wrong when no other presidents were charged, when Joe Biden won't be charged for anything, including the fact that he has 1,850 boxes, much of it classified and some dating back to his Senate days when even Democrat senators are shocked. Also, President Clinton had documents and one in court. Crooked Hillary deleted 33,000 emails, many classified, and wasn't even close to being charged. Only Trump, the greatest witch hunt of all time. It's weird that in this he's saying that Clinton won in court, which would mean he presumably was charged with something. So, kind of flies in the face of your claim. God damn. I do not miss seeing this guy everywhere. Ty Cobb is a disgruntled former lawyer who represented me long ago and knows absolutely nothing about the box's hoax being perpetrated. Wait, why did it start turning into JFK? JFK Jr.'s Donald Trump all along. Wow, he just posts like a crazy person now, doesn't he? I mean, he always did, but I feel like it's worse. The Marxists and fascists in the Department of Justice and FBI, because we know Marxists and fascists work real well together, are going after me at a level and speed never seen before in our country, and I did nothing wrong. Joe Biden keeps thousands of documents in many locations, some illegally taken from skiffs while he was a senator, a big portion of which were classified. He didn't want to give them back and still doesn't. What? When those documents were found, they literally sent them immediately. What? Nothing happens to him with the same reasonable prosecutor who correctly exonerated Mike Pence. I have a much different prosecutor. A Trump hater. Nutbag asshole. How's the stock for this website doing? DWAC? Badly. So, the stock for his social media site hit a high of $97 in March of 2022, and it's down to $12.90. Peter told me he only bought one share. So, hopefully he didn't lose too much money on it.
All these things as a last-ditch effort to save.
But still, he lost like $60, $70, $80.
Face, and to be able to get out of all this. You're going to have people leaving the country. They're going to try to get asylum somewhere. They're going to try to escape and get citizenship somewhere. They're going to go into hiding. They're going to do different things as a last-ditch effort. But realize it's not going to work. Realize that this stuff, it has to be exposed. First of all, the people, the American people, the people across the world, they have to see it first to understand it, and then justice, and then the military, and then God is going to work. He's going to strike them down. They're going to be brought to justice, and you're going
legal coup on the bingo card
to see this come to light, and we're going to be communicated in some form or fashion. Maybe it's the I've said before, it's the EAS, the EBS, I'm sorry, Emergency Broadcast System, or now it's called the Emergency Alert System. Look for those things. It's going to happen.
Literally, you guys have been saying this since like 2017. 2017 was the first time I heard this shit about like the Emergency Broadcast System. It might have been 2018, like talking about like, oh, Trump's gonna declare martial law and the storm is gonna be upon us and there's gonna be an emergency broadcast notice. It hasn't happened. Peter talked about this too. It's not gonna happen now. It's not gonna happen ever. You goddamn psychos.
Happen quickly, suddenly, and you're going to see some public form of this being brought to light. Maybe not everything is going to be brought out because it's just so gruesome, so bad, that everybody can't handle and digest it, but a lot of it will come out, and it's going to come swiftly, and there's going to be justice. There is a movement in the military right now to circumvent the mainstream media.
There is not.
It's called the Q operation. There's
oh god, this dumb asshole.
Many other things happening for which there are comms. Trump has been giving us lots of comms.
How has this guy not had his channel deleted yet? He gets views and he has like 200,000, and YouTube has cracked down on the Q stuff. It's relatively hard to find on YouTube, but somehow this guy's unscathed.
When he attacked somebody seemingly recently, Kayleigh McAnamy, with all of that, he's doing this for a reason. He's doing it so that he can protect other people. He's doing it so that he can throw the enemy off. There's a lot of detail there. There's a lot of theater. There's a lot of people playing a role and a part. There are a lot of actors, and you have to really realize why this is happening. Because at the higher level, There are people like George Soros, Bill Gates, all these guys, the Rockefellers, right? These rich people, they're trying to get them, or the good guys are trying to get them and catch them and have the people awaken to the agenda and to realize.
I like that they basically have a parallel narrative that's almost like a pressure valve to stop people from reaching class consciousness. Instead of people realizing, oh, all severe acquisition of wealth and hierarchy is a problem because it causes power imbalances that make society very slanted towards the very wealthy and harms everyone else, you know? Instead of learning that, they get told this shit, which is similar in some aspects, but different enough that it's completely ineffective and misses the point and veers into, like, outright anti-Semitic bullshit. It's so annoying to me. Ugh.
What's happening? Justice is coming. Mark my words. God is in control and he's doing something about it. But don't get caught up in the theater. Don't get caught up in waiting around thinking it's going to be until 2024. Don't think that it's impossible. God has all of it in his control. The white hats, if you want to call them that, they're in control. They're doing things systematically. It's a systematic destruction of the old guard, of the banking system, of the banking elite. All these things that have been brought up because of infiltration from within, they have infiltrated every aspect, every facet of society. And it takes a while. It takes time. You can't do it overnight. And when it comes, yes, there's going to be some pain. Yes, there's going to be some dissenting. Yes, there's going to be confusion.
Yes, there's going to be some dissenting. Oh, God. Can you imagine talking about a fascist takeover of the government with such a blasé attitude? This is some serious banality of evil shit. Yeah, sure, there'll be some dissent. It will be dealt with.
But at the end of it, it's going to work out for the better of society. It's going to be leading us into a kingdom age. It's going to lead us into some good times ahead. This is not just me having hopium. This is not just me saying what is wishful thinking, but rather that God already has this. He's declared it, and he's allowing this to play out for a reason. So don't give up. Don't be hopeless. Stop doubting. Trust the Lord. And in this time, what you got to do is you have to get right with the Lord. You have to repent. You have to come before him. Ask him.
It's a good thing a lot of these fascist shitheads just expect a magical being to do everything for them. Hopefully it keeps some of them from taking action, which is good.
For wisdom and discernment. Ask him what you should do in this next period, this next stage, so that you can be part of the kingdom movement, so that you can be used for good things, for great things, and you can be positioned, sanctified, Christ-like, so that in this next moment of ministry, of outreach, of spreading the gospel message, that you can partake in that. There's people in upper echelons. We don't know fully what's happening, what they're doing. Let them do their thing, pray for them. But your job is to get yourself ready in the local community, in your heart, and also for your future, because it's going to be a good time. I'm telling you, don't get caught up in all of this garbage that is confusing you and throwing you off, because for whatever reason, this fifth dimensional warfare that we are in, this
5D on the bingo.
Information warfare that
yeah, he's not as fun as Peter.
It's not for you. It's not for me. It's not.
He's still doing the crazy shit, but not as fun. All right, we've been going for about 4 hours, so let's do a raid.
I have to look up my friend's phone number from my old phone to try and find out if we're going to Pride on Sunday.
Alright everyone, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for a crypto cringe stream. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Love you too, Mr. Blast. Tales from the Crypto. Are you the one who came up with that? Whoever came up with that, can I steal that? Do you care? Alright. I'll see you guys later. You only quote. Alright. Whoever did that, let me steal it. I'm not going to do it without your permission, though. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Later.